Buonasera.
Buonasera. Good evening. And welcome to Fate's Grip, episode 10.
Did you just have to think about it?
Yep. Yep,
We're
I
double
did.
digits now.
We are. We're 10 episodes in. My gosh.
No one is permanently dead yet.
No, that's right. Not permanent.
Well,
This is not a musical episode. No, that's right. I mean, that's wrong. So now we're going to go and surprise do some shout outs. Surprising start though from this boy.
This guy.
Go for it.
I just wanted to give a little shout out to all the new viewers that we apparently had watching the stream last week. Yeah, we actually hit probably second highest viewing numbers apart from season finale from last campaign. So big thank you to everyone who tuned in. Apparently you guys like bullshit talk with camels and dicking around at a restaurant in your campaigns. So thank you very much, and huge thank you to Ashley Bard and RDBK Easty for those subs as well. Very much appreciated. We
Very cool.
might have a bit of a move or something coming up soon, and that will help to, I guess, trim the new space. But yeah, huge thank you.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you very much. Go for it.
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
As always, big thank you to Sarah and John, meeplesanddragons.com. We love your gear, and we're very much looking forward to going to PAX with you at the end of the year. It's going to be a really fun trip.
Yeah.
Good to connect with all our Melbourne
Absolutely.
peeps. And get your hands on some Meeples and Dragons gear and save on postage as well.
.au as well.
Yes,
good one, Sheldon.
sorry.
You had one job.
Go for it.
Hey, speaking of cool Australian stores that you can shop on, I received a fun package in the mail from someone who I think is in the chat at the moment by the name of Aeoncraft. I got this fabulous, by the way, everything comes in this wonderful dice tin. But that was like the influencer thing. But I got my Lunar Tarot inspired dice that you're not going to be able to see them very well on stream, but you can see them on his Instagram. But they are fully inspired based on my character art. I sent it to him before we started the stream, and he came up with the concept by himself. I was just kind of like, I trust you. And then on top of that, he sent all these cool stickers that are on the back of my iPad at the moment. Ben's got one on his. You can buy all of these things on his store, and I also got a keychain which is on my keys, and this little druid pin as well. So super, super cool. Thank you so much, Aeoncraft. You're a legend. You can commission Aeoncraft on his website and on his stream. But if you want to try before you buy and maybe win a shirt, you can do so by watching our stream and entering the giveaway that's currently pinned on our profile. So not too long to go left on that one. We're giving away a gelatinous cube t-shirt at the moment.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's great gifts. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, you were way too generous. Way too generous. Thank you.
Talking about our supporters, I think someone's already highlighted this. Currently we are at 79, and I think we only need 21 more. And we will be doing a musical episode, which I think we're all very much looking forward to. So please help support us to be able to do that.
None of us are looking forward to it. No one wants to do it except for McKellar. He wants to do it.
I'm looking forward to watching you.
I don't mind dropping.
The bits I'm not involved with will be
I'm going to
great.
be sick that week. But
We're
yeah.
talking about Tina
I'm also going to be
Arena prior to the stream, so
You
I think
wanna
Michaela's
do
going
it.
to challenge
Tell
her.
a bit of Tina. What else also got?
Also, Kofi. It's there. If you want to utilize it, go for it. We thank you so much, and thank you for everybody who has subscribed previously. It's gone to a lot of our equipment.
No.
And thank you.
Oh no, it started.
These acts of kindness have not gone unnoticed, and hopefully we can
We're
use
16
that
away now.
to upgrade our stuff if we end up moving into somewhere else.
Yeah.
Shortly.
We'll see.
Yeah. Thank
Amazing.
You.
And as always, I'll thank you so much, Aeoncraft. That's awesome. Thank you so much as well.
Oh no! You're all terrible!
Ramjan, very kind of very kind of you as well. Thank you so much.
One of us will.
That's amazing. Wow, that's ridiculous. That's so super generous of you. Thank you. We also obviously want to thank Ardent Roleplay. I'll finish off with that, where we have another cool little AR scene potentially this evening to have you all. Everyone download the app, Ardent Roleplay, on your respective devices, and you'll see a spectator code. So later on this evening, you'll be able to just go some AR and get that experience that we have too. So thank you so much, Ardent Roleplay, for partnering with us about that. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, we're sweet.
We're 10 away now.
Any
I can
outbursts?
see that.
Anyone wants to go down?
We're gonna
No.
Otherwise, I'll go straight to the intro. Everybody, enjoy. We'll be back in a minute.
Humans.
Thank you so much for that. That's very, very kind of
I
you. Welcome
fucking hate
back.
our viewers.
That was ridiculous.
Just let me know what genre you want to hear from Velo.
Oh, genre. Yeah,
Genre.
you've got
Pick a
genres.
now.
Yeah, pick
Yeah.
a genre. You get what you pay for.
That's fair. That's fair. Thank you so much for the subs. Obviously, that does mean that we are going to plan
We'll plan it. It
a
won't be this
musical
episode.
singing. Yep, a musical.
Heavy
singing-
metal! Go on, do some
Yeah.
screamo.
I can't do that.
That's very disturbed.
Yeah. So we'll plan that to see how we do. But that hits. We've never hit 100 subscriptions. So
Fucking
you-
cheers to that.
you just-
Yeah.
Salutes, thank you so
very
much,
kind.
Cheers
everybody.
Thank you.
to that. We've never
Brilliant.
hit 100.
That's ridiculous. You're all very,
Huge.
very generous, and couldn't do it without you. So thank you.
You all are dumb. I love you, but you're dumb.
Oh goodness! All right, so we're going to recap now.
God, how am I going to do that on my accent? Yeah.
Start practicing. So let's pick up from where we left off.
God, it's going to be horrible.
Yeah, we are going to have to rehearse. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Are we?
Yeah.
100%. Okay, we good to go?
I'm going to improv it.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
not.
do a little dance first, just to
Trust me,
celebrate.
you're not improving it. It will be planned.
Do a little dance to get all very excited.
dance.
And that was me. Was that D20 thing for me, or
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying you can dance.
Falling on that sword.
it's gonna?
Come
Thank you
on,
so much
bits
for the
too.
bits.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Comedian.
So
Thanks for
much.
moving in. Thank you. All right, that's good. All right, let's find this recap now that I'm completely dumbfounded. All right,
I hope I have
So-
one save off the next day.
let's bring it in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let's bring,
I just rolled a 19.
Reasons.
we'll bring it in, everybody, and we'll recap. So, restaurants and stables were your destinations in Old Recce as you readied yourselves for a trip to Woe after discussion, gathering 2 new mounts, camels, in fact, and you dined also like royalty at Frimich Fusion. You left the city behind and you came across a farmhouse in the night on your travels, a day in. A pulsing emerald surrounded by gold now around the neck of Velo, and the home ablaze with a corpse within that dropped from the ceiling just as you were exploring this place in a deserted farm, and you were all burnt but alive in these bizarre circumstances. So, and you all pick yourselves up. You feel that pain along your arms and legs as the fire, some of you had to roll in the grass to try and put the fire out. You can feel the heat from the home just emanating, almost like the embers are right at your face, and you scramble backwards a bit more away before getting burned still. As this flame, this fire becomes stronger and stronger, and all of a sudden disperses. As though a massive blanket sheathed this heat from you. You go from a bright light, as bright as the sun's, to darkness again in an instant. And all you see left in this ruin is a caved-in roof and smoke billowing from it. And the crickets around you sing.
Well, are you doing so well?
I'm alive.
Did everybody else hear that?
Yeah, what?
Did everybody else hear that?
There was
The necklace?
a pulsing, but this beating. And you did hear the voice, all of you, yes.
I don't think you should wear that.
Yes, I agree. I'm gonna take off this ominous necklace.
Okay. As you unhook this necklace, which has a thin gold but strong looking chain around your neck and around this emerald, you all feel this beating in your solar plexus, lessening as you take off this necklace.
You should put it on the ground so that you're not touching it.
I'll put it. Yeah, that's also good advice. I'm gonna put it on the ground.
You put it onto the ground, and now you can feel there's a slight shift in the earth. This ever beating ground. And it does not stop while you're in this area.
Do we understand? Yeah, do we understand, or I understand that the pulse is coming from the necklace?
Make a perception check for me to confirm.
Let's say 10. Perception is 13 total.
As you sort of start to walk forward or just shuffle forward a little bit to test it, you can feel the beating getting stronger, not faster, but simply stronger as you move closer to this piece of jewelry. So you understand that you feel like it is emanating from the emerald.
I'm gonna hold on to my necklace and close my eyes for a second and picture the necklace in my mind, mutter a couple of words, and then cast Detect Magic
Sure.
on the necklace.
And as your senses reach out towards it, you feel instinctively taking a step back as washing over you this, in line with the beating of this necklace, it almost pushes you back and pushes you back again a second time, and you almost are out of breath as conjuration just fills the space around this thing.
Interesting.
So should we just bury this thing? Be on our way?
Didn't it say something about you accepting the charge to help it? Do you think leaving it behind is going to make you fall from the ceiling in front of a bunch of other people at some point?
You've had a good life.
Did you have a good life?
Up until this point, yes.
That was a joke.
I'm going
You
to.
laughed at Luna's joke, and she didn't even laugh after.
I did. It was funny.
Oh. It was.
I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to grab just an old rough blanket and kind of lay it on the ground, and I'll
From the cart?
from the cart,
Yep.
and I'll kind of wrap up the necklace in that.
All right. You're wrapping it up and lifting it, or you're wrapping it and just laying it over the top?
Wrapping it up and lifting it.
All right. You lift it. You also feel at that point, as it moves, that there's abjuration as well. There's an
Does it feel
abjuration
super
magic.
evil?
There's no, when magic is detected via the spell, there's no inkling. You can make an insight check, but there's
Sure,
no,
let's do it.
there's no inkling with the magic that it's good or evil.
Come on, Aelcraft. This is the ultimate test. It's not awful.
That's what you want.
Emily, thanks you for the dice.
It's an 11.
11. Okay.
I should have a better modifier. It's not the dice, it's my modifier.
There's no inkling, no understanding if
For the stream, I rolled like 15.
you don't have an awareness whether the magic itself is infused with evil, no, or ill intention, or even good intention. It is simply a neutral magic that seems to be seeping from the very ground, the grass, and you can feel it even almost like a wind, an unseen wind that comes from trees around you, some groves. And as you detected the magic, even the wheat swayed in your direction.
It's really quite neutral. Not the body falling from the ceiling and stuff, but the necklace.
Can I ask, was this, or did I have an opportunity to catch it? Were these elements doing the same thing when Fellow had the necklace on?
Doing what? Oh, the
Like
the
the
wind and stuff like
folding
that.
into the-
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes. It was all simply swaying, and the beating was still going. It was unchanged.
And I look around the rubble and I guess nearby area to the house for any of those sylvan symbols.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Terrible. 4.
4.
Maybe you shouldn't throw the dice.
Pick the dice well, and they will treat you well.
Look, in combat they've been rolling that 20.
That's fair.
It's
You don't find anything of use. In fact, the heat that's coming from the wood that's still alight in the actual inside is still very hot. You can't find yourself or bring yourself to go within the home, just around it, and there's nothing that you can see in this darkness, even with your dark vision, that would give you an understanding that there's sylvan runes or any other weird markings.
Do I have to use the same check if I'm looking for a well or a dam or something?
Unless you want to wait 10 minutes, yes.
Then I'll just be blindly walking around looking for
Alright.
a water source.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the back of the cart and just kind of uncover it. As I uncover the blanket, does the thumping of the beating heart become stronger?
We'll make a perception check then for me. See if there's any inkling of change.
14.
You do feel it. As you're looking at it specifically, and you all watch as Velo does go to the back of the cart. You haven't followed, you haven't mentioned, and just stares at this thing. And as you do feel it change. The beat doesn't change pace, but becomes stronger in your mind, stronger in your stomach, in your chest. It's everywhere. It's almost like you look at your hands almost instinctively, and they're beating in rhythm.
I'm assuming it's just me and Luna
Yeah.
together at the moment.
Yeah.
Luna, did you hear that thing mentioned Gus?
Yeah, I think we all did. He's gone.
Well, it stated that, and now Velo seems to be perhaps tangled in its chains.
It's in the car.
Well, he made an acceptance of.
Oh yeah, he fucked up.
She.
Oh
He
no.
made an acceptance.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was
That's
definitely Luna. That was definitely Luna. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I can't believe I said that.
That was
Like
nuts.
you're doing a shoey.
I've been
Note
hanging
it
out
down.
with Sid too long.
Perhaps he is rubbing off on you.
I
but
like cover my mouth.
Mm.
I'm sure this is the least of the worst words you'll say on the strip.
This is all because I drew the mistress card.
Perhaps.
This is really evil. This is bad.
I was going to ask if you could consult your cards on what just happened to you.
We pulled the card this morning. We know. We know it's really evil today. There's
Yeah.
bad things. They're gonna happen everywhere.
Do you think one of us should go help Sid and the other chicken on Velo?
Bello's not a chicken.
I said, sorry, perhaps my Upper Val accent is rubbed off, but I said check in.
Oh, I can do that.
I'll go to Sid then.
You guys are better friends than him and I.
I think we're all friends here as I walk away.
Walk towards Bello.
All right. As you walk over, you see Velo just staring at this necklace, uncovered. You can also almost see your reflection in this flawless, absolutely flawless, faceted emerald. It has many, many sides, and it's so intricately carved, it looks like by hand or by magic, that you could already see this going for quite a sum if it were
I haven't
traded.
read about anything that looks like this or behaves like this before.
You can do me a history check.
That was a natural one. Thanks, Aeoncraft. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. History.
He rolled
that's a 3, yes. He did roll these dice and rolled like dope numbers.
Oh, then
so
it's not
it's
his fault
me,
then.
it's fine. It's because I drew the mistress card.
Correct. You thought for a moment you've heard or read something regarding magic necklaces. Magic necklaces that come from a scavenger or a discovery guild up in the north. You've heard of something called the Expanse, a place where magical items are essentially fished out of a whirlpool in the ocean, where you feel like you've heard of lizard folk doing dangerous work there to scour for things to trade, magical items and such. If anything, you'd think it's coming from there. You think it came from there, as with all magical items.
Hey, magic from lizards.
What? Listen,
Probably came from there.
well, that's not good news. I'm not a fan of lizards.
Why?
They eat birds.
Do they?
Yeah. Steal the eggs right out of the nest.
Have you ever had an egg stolen?
Oh, because I'm not a bird. I just don't like the thought of it. I'm pretty sure I can talk anyway. I'm pretty sure I can talk to whatever's in this necklace.
Give it a go.
I'm gonna rest my hand on
Just
the,
be careful though.
I'm gonna rest my hand on the necklace. And I'm gonna say, can you steal that beating heart? It's gonna be hard to travel.
As you ask,
Shot to the heart.
you all, even though you two as well, Hood and Sid, are far from this scene, at searching around this home, you all start to feel a lessening immediately of the beating. In fact, almost like it's non-existent, like a whisper in the night. You'd feel it or hear it, and then you wouldn't believe it's really there. It ceases.
Do you have a voice?
Though now there is no response.
There you go. Maybe it's not so aggressive.
I told you it's neutral.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna.
It's like, you know about magic, right?
Yes, I know some magic.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'll put the necklace back on.
Well, it's kind of like conjuration and abjuration.
Okay, you've lost me. What?
Never mind. You said you knew.
I never taught like that. I just taught wave hand, magic spirit comes, and science.
Does your magic spirit have a name?
No, well, probably. I don't know it.
But you summon it.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Is that why this place set on fire?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know. You did bond with it, and then the whole place erupted in fire.
I guess it could have been me.
You should watch that.
I should. I'm sorry.
You shouldn't do that.
I don't. Geez, I don't know. I never really thought about the wildfire spirit. I just kind of think it and it comes. My old master used to call it so much, I just kind of became familiar with it.
You should probably give it a name.
I'll ask it next time it's here.
In the meantime, what are you two doing?
Sid,
Getting nothing done with Emily and Sheldon.
What are you rummaging for out here?
I'll hold up the bracelet for a bracelet smack. Trying to find some of those symbols that we found on the well and at the other boy's place, but I think that fire cinched my eyelashes. Not seeing too good at the moment.
I look at his eyelashes. Are they singed?
There's definitely half of an eyelash worth of hair missing.
Yeah, let me get that for you.
You feel this
Fire.
soppy, wet saliva just on one, and you feel like that drip down your eye.
Yeah, cheers.
Now let's try again, and if I can I give him an advantage? Give him advantage on
You,
the
because it's been a little
investigation check.
while, you'll need to do your own
Do
investigation
my-
roll.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 5. 9.
Hey,
Nine.
I rolled a 5 that turned into a 4.
Oh, what?
You rummage around some more together, and you find again broken bits of wood. You find that the inside still is too hot to handle, and you find that you can see just inside, in the very center of this caved-in roof, that the wood had fallen onto the body, and this body is now in decomposed pieces. You can.
The body is still there.
It's still in there, yeah, definitely. It's still in there. You see singed and burnt clothes on it, on the person. You see that broken table as well, still there. But there's nothing special, particularly, that you haven't seen before.
Do you think there's anything on the body inside?
It didn't look too healthy before the fire, but
Steel and bronze can survive a fire.
for now, my skin's half melted off, so I wouldn't mind finding some water to use this stone.
Bet you'd like that bandage, huh?
Fucking bandage is not going to do anything for this.
Perhaps.
What does it do? Put your bandage on an already healed arm. It's bullshit. Waste of
Well,
time.
you used my last best one, so I guess we won't find out. Is there a way for me to climb in and have a look?
You can make an athletics check to get into.
Does my climbing speed help at all?
Yes, it does. Yeah, you can get in there quicker, but you still have to make an athletics check.
Is it in? Well, actually, before I do that, how's the caved-in building looking like?
Look, it's difficult to navigate. You can see that bits of wood are everywhere, and there's big beams that were holding up the roof. You feel that it will take you maybe, even with your looking at it, about 5 minutes to navigate to the center, and then you're concerned that the heat will be a bit too much.
So it's still smoldering.
Yes, schmoldering.
Schmoldering. So, just coincidentally, just thought about something. There's no water sources around.
No, you didn't find anything with that investigation check. No.
Okay. I'll continue to help Sid scout the perimeter.
All right. Another few minutes pass. you don't find any. Well, you can take 10 minutes and make another investigation roll if you'd like, or you can stop sooner and come back. It's up to you.
I guess I would have circled the house and the beating stopped. I thought you might have carved it finally.
No, not yet. Any day now. But no, I spoke to whatever's in this necklace and asked them to cut that shit out. It did.
What do you make of it?
Obviously it's some kind of corpse mutilating fire ghost.
Yeah, yes, obviously.
Seem to have made a pact with it. So I guess we'll determine how bound to this necklace it is. And so that will be whether or not we just throw it straight into the ocean.
It did say that the last guy who didn't help it, it's probably that corpse.
Yes.
That's its form it seemed to take before. I don't know if it can deal with a jelly bellow running around.
Yes. Well, let's see what it wants first, as well.
I was looking for some of those Sylvan symbols. It seems connected with this whole possession Hon Fo Shen thing, but I don't see much.
As I'm scouting the perimeter, there wasn't an actual road that led into, like a driveway that led into this farm. Was there?
No, it was tall grass, wheat, and plain wheat at that. But you can still feel it swaying. But there's no direct path into the home.
As I'm circling, from where we're standing, is there any way to see if there was a direct path in?
Make a perception check again for me. It's been a little while now. You can make another one.
Perception.
Yep.
Perception is 3, is 13, so 16.
16. Okay. As you're looking around to try and find where a cart would have gone into this farmhouse, there's nothing. You don't figure. And as you look and try and understand how someone could travel this far in from a main road, you suddenly notice that there is burnt wheat directly underneath the home. It seems as though the house has been built not with any sort of thought to the farm. It seems to just be plonked on top, on its own. There's no clearing. There's nothing. It's neck and it's so close in distance to the next wheat road that it's uncanny. There's just nowhere to look out. There's nowhere to look forward or back. It's as though someone has just put it in its place. And as you look around, you also see a shuffling towards the main path. The wheat has parted. And through the wheat that is about 8 foot high and healthy is a pale pink, tall woman. Pale pink in skin, blue eyes, all blue, like, and you can see again with that dark vision of yours, they are like beautiful clouds, a sky with cloud within. She has this pink long hair as well that goes down her back straight. She seems to have these pointy ears, but she has a glow about her that lights up around her as well. She doesn't seem to want to be hidden. And as she holds her hand up, as she's looking directly at you now, swiftly, an owl, white and brown mottled, lands, and she just puts it onto her shoulder. She's wearing this brown tunic with a long brown skirt. Good evening.
It's interesting evening, but good. No, take a curtsy.
It is an interesting evening, yes. You are from Pavel, then?
Yes, me. I am.
As am I.
And what brings you over here? Did you see the fire?
I saw a flame. Yes, it was unusual. It very quickly went out.
Yes, me and my friends, and I point in the direction that I'm assuming the three of them are in now. Because Sid's been talking.
She doesn't move, but her eyes do, and she watches and looks at the cart and the beyond the farmhouse.
We're ushered in before this catastrophe took place.
You caused it then?
No,
How can I be sure?
because we're trying to figure out the cause of it. Does an arson stick by to its job?
I'm not too sure what you are saying. But what are you doing here?
We all see her, right?
Yes, now you do. Now you
Believe
see.
me, you can come closer. We're all friends here.
I'm just gonna like word vomit it out and just be like, "You're so pretty."
Thank you.
She's really pretty.
I am
Sid.
a drow, a tabaxi, an arakokra, and an elf. Walk
that-
into
is
a
that a
bar. And she sort of laughs a little bit.
I just go.
Walk into a tavern, I don't know.
After Luna's conversations about laughing, I go, yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah, right?
Are you a local farmer? Why are you out here in the middle of this field of wheat?
I'm not a local farmer. Oh,
Where did you come from?
I come from Old Rek. I've been following, and I do apologize for the lack of honesty with this. I wanted to follow you because it was unusual. The attack at the bathhouse. Tell me about it.
Well, we were enjoying a pleasant bathing experience, and we're about to have lunch, and then Kim just came along, and he was super angry at us, even though he had really no reason to be. So he brought these people with him, and they all attacked, and there was red smoke, and that was it.
Wait, do you work for the bathhouse?
Can I make a perception or something to see? You said she was tall and skinny. If there's any similarities between how I guess the corpses and that were acting in the bathhouse, any like red smoke or so
Sure.
the eyes were blue, but anything that was similar to that.
Yeah, sure, make a perception check. Thanks, next.
Hey, that's 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, there's no, even in this darkness, again, your dark vision is trustworthy, and you have a really close look at her clothing, at her body. There doesn't seem to be anything that would reminisce the attack and the creatures that attacked you, no. She, in fact, with that role, he looks like the race of Genasi, which is a half genie, half other race, which would make you assume she has magic about her. You also notice as well, she's wearing a similar looking outfit to the investigators at Old Reki.
Just wondering when you guys will catch up with us.
You're talking about the ones with the crosses.
Correct. Though she doesn't seem to be wearing a cross, but she does seem to be wearing the same sort of cloak. I did catch up with you. Yes.
Really fast?
No, not particularly, no.
No.
It was not too difficult.
Should
But
we get better at covering our tracks?
no, not for me anyway. But being easy to find for the wrong people would get you into trouble. Now, I'm not here to bring you back.
What's your name?
I should introduce myself, Korus. I'm Korus.
Wow, that's such a nice name. You could like name a whole episode after it.
Spelled. Sounds like it's spelled with a K for some reason.
No, a C, but
Oh,
thank you. I jest.
Anyway, Horace. After they came, I remember I called out to my companions. Quick,
Oh, check your posture.
Thank you.
use only minimum necessary force. But fortunately, we didn't have to defend ourselves because Kim and men swiftly killed each other, and then the last surviving one killed himself.
I took at least 2 to 3 of them down. Come on. Give me some credit here, Bello.
Liability.
Uh,
We're not paying for any damages to that bathhouse.
Not at all. I'm not here to get funds from you either.
Oh.
I just have questions.
I think if we answer some of yours, you might be able to answer some of ours if you've been inside Kinnam's boat.
This is an exchange, yes?
It can be.
Or are you demanding?
Not,
Because there is a difference.
not at all. Not at all. This is not. I'm not part of any government body. I'm not someone who will take you back and have you arrested. I'm not here to arrest you. It's simply a curiosity to have you here and alive after 2 events that would have you seen dead. That was quite an explosion. You seem to have burns, but otherwise unmarked. I'm simply curious to know why. Why are you... Where are you traveling to and why? And why do you leave destruction in your path?
Well, if you want honest answers, then I'm just traveling with these people because they're really nice. That's
It
it.
is true, Korus. I'm quite nice.
Except for Hood.
Who's
And
good?
who is Hood?
You're good.
She's both feeling senile.
What's happening? Why have you said this? You're Hood.
No.
Speaking of which, these burns are kind of painful. You look like you've got
What?
ways with the magic. Any healing you could do?
Healing is not my specialty. I have bandages, but that is all. I have
Take
other-
advantage.
Very well.
I
And
think,
she starts to walk up to you.
I think perhaps the rebel of the explosion has shook the minds of my companions here, but my name here is Sakma.
Ah, yes, of course, Captain.
Ah, you are a captain then.
Once upon a time, yes.
Ah, make a deception check.
Luna's face is just like,
You guys suck.
Sorry.
And you are,
Thank God that was good.
and you are Luna?
yeah.
And you are?
I am.
Bello.
It is.
Pick up the fake name.
That was
Next time.
Stormfront, actually.
Oh, God.
Velo. The Velo. I see wanted posters quite a number of places for you.
Yeah, she's in high demand. It's her irresistible charm.
Famous, in fact, at high vantage, yes?
As if you didn't know who we were when you followed us.
I had an inkling. Your description took me by surprise to see you traveling with these people. But I see that.
Those posters were just a misunderstanding, really.
I see.
Yes, the reward is not worth 7.
The reward doesn't even exist. Someone already claimed it.
Yes, I died long ago.
And then why? Well, perhaps they haven't cashed in. Then
No, like, the cash in happened. That's why we kept her.
But then why are there so many wanted posters still up?
Well, who are they gonna hire to walk around and take them all down one by one when they could just blow away in time?
That is a question for. That is a question for the government. But,
Exactly, and we can't trust them.
Are you the government?
like I said, I
She's
am
the
not.
Lady who's in a bandage my arm.
And as she's talking to you, she is taking out. She's multitasking, taking out her bandage. She sort of gives it up to the owl, who takes it, gives it a bit of a nibble,
Making direct eye contact with Hood.
and she starts to bandage quite well.
I don't know if you can medicine check how well she's doing it and be like,
Yeah.
no, you've got to do it like this.
You can make a medicine check though first. You can still make that comment, but you can make a medicine check
The
first.
persuasion was 23.
It is good to meet you, Captain. It is. I've not seen a captain so far out. So that you are retired now.
Again, once upon a time I was a captain.
Well, you have much experience under your belt now.
Well, yes, I can
He's
see
not
you can
bad.
bandage as well. Let's have a look how you do.
Mm.
And we'll roll
Medicine.
Time to bandage
Next.
off.
Damn it, it's a 4. So I don't actually think I have a model. Yeah, 5.
You know medicine, and you've tried to bandage Sid's arm before. This lady seems like she's not doing a very good job. She doesn't look like she's doing a very good job at all.
Wow, this is already feeling so much better. I'm surprised at how much this bandage is actually doing. It's
This
really.
is Sid.
Yeah, I'm Sid.
Sid, it is good to meet you. Sid,
Degenerate.
degenerate.
Do you know?
Your name rings a bell somewhere, but well, perhaps it's just in passing.
Oh, no, Sid is very well regarded with all the fair ladies and gentlemen of the land.
He's quite good with the, the
I said
strummy,
wing woman him!
the strummy boy, you know?
Strummy boy?
Yeah, what's it called, that thing?
Oh, he's good
That
at
busted
playing
up
music.
thing that you carry.
No, it's called a strummy boy.
Yeah.
I,
Do what you did at the fusion.
Yeah, you should play some music.
Yeah, the fusion, was it? We ate.
I heard it was a primitive fusion.
Oh, you
A
know a
high
bit then.
establishment indeed. We investigators need to know much so that we can make sure that people are put out of danger. You
Why
had
are
a
you
question,
here?
Bella.
Why are you here?
No, I want to hear Sid Degenerate's music
See, do
first.
your thing. Come on. I'm gonna go check on Horsey.
All right, you check on the chicken.
Pat him.
As you check on as you check on your hen pet called Horsey, you find it just trying to attack the emerald necklace in the back of the card. You Vela left it out. No, Vela, you had it back on. Apologies. You see that this thing is, or Horsey has followed Velo. Now that the hen has seen the necklace and is trying to just jump where Velo's foot is and trying to get to this necklace, which is around the neck of Velo.
I'll make a comment as everything's going on. Oh, Horsey, come here. And I go to Hi, Horsey.
And the chicken gets petted.
That's what you sound like when you're hungry.
And other times.
Well, are we going to hear this music before I tell you why I'm here?
Sure.
What if, I've got an idea. What if Sid plays music and you sing along while you're here?
Or tell us why you're here. And who.
You haven't
Hey,
told me.
Alpha.
Yes.
I'll serenade you. You tell us what you found at Kinnam's.
Make a persuasion check.
Boy!
10.
10 in total. I will take your music and I will tell you what we found at Kinnam's. We are the investigators of the Enigma. This is our guild.
The
We have-
Enigma?
Correct. We have
The animal?
a far-reaching business. No, I've not heard anyone incorrectly pronounce our name before, but you have an imagination. We are far-reaching in our business, and we are hired out to investigate, and we hire and train the most inquisitive. It is a rich guild, but we don't speak of that too much.
Well, if people pay you to investigate it, must mean that you have a benefactor that's interested in us.
A little bit.
Who?
That is not one I'm going to speak to until you sing and or play.
Do you want me to make a performance check?
Yes, please.
As it's going on, can I pick out 40?
Yes, you can.
And I give him a scratch in the belly.
All right. He enjoys it. The little chicken feet kick out at you, but the feathers are nice and soft.
We cast guidance on you.
I've already rolled, but
You
Have you
can
still got your
add a
inspiration?
D4.
no.
Why'd you use it?
Alright.
Can I use my inspiration on someone else?
So the D4 rolled higher than the D20.
Oh, nice.
It's,
That's 1d4, isn't it?
it's an 11 in total then. But I guess I rolled a 2 on the D20, so I guess my burnt fingers aren't helping.
Can I have an idea of what you're playing?
Ooh.
Tenacious D.
No, let's go in this situation like a smooth R&B.
Okay.
Jamiroquai.
All right. As you start to strum and just serenely play, you can see that her head is turned a little bit of smirk comes to her face. Ignoring the clap completely, which is a little bit out of... Make a performance check.
I'm gonna guide myself. Oh no. Oh, how about screw you, Michaela?
That's better than the
Performance?
song.
It's an 18.
An 18? Okay, Luna keeps the beat, but it's still a little bit loud, and she's just sort of winces a little bit at Luna's.
No, if my performance is that high, I'm gonna make it quieter.
Okay, so Luna does, yeah, it's, the two-fingered clap there, and she comes up to you. She walks up to you slowly, and you can see that she takes a little pouch just below her shoulder blade, which she then brings out a little breadcrumb or a little bit of bread, and she feeds the owl as she comes up to you. And as she does, she sort of
Can I get in her peripherals and like take some breadcrumb out of mine and feed my chicken?
Foul play.
As foul play. Lol. As you both compete for the feeding of your respective aviaries, she walks up to you and she then just holds her hand over your instrument, which stops it in mid play. And she glances over to you with a bit of a smirk and says, "To you, Sid, that was beautiful. But perhaps play it again sometime. Perhaps when we are by ourselves."
I go,
But this is not the time for fun. We are here for business. Now,
I'm gonna nudge Sid and go, she's really.
I'm gonna place Horsey back into the cart if I'm still close by it.
you have to walk back. You have to walk back to it. It's probably another
Would it be a great distance?
10 meters.
Yeah,
You go, okay.
secure her.
Okay, sure. As you go back and you greet the camels and the horses, he says, "Well, for that I must say, why I'm here, I was asked to come here to continue to look out for you. Because where you travel, danger arrives. Not sure what to make of it, but it is unusual.
Who sent you?
Just my
Who's your boss?
boss, if you will."
You said you'd say after the song. And you heard it was so good.
If you can ignore the clap.
It was hard to ignore.
It was really good.
Osu.
Is Veloichi.
His name is Osu.
I'm sorry?
Osu.
No. If you were to spell it.
OSU.
Oh, Osu.
You may have met him
Oh.
at Odreki.
Sue?
Was he
The dark, tall, broody one.
Oh. No?
Oh, a DM question.
Hmm.
Drow?
A human.
Was this the one I spoke to?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
It was the one that I tried to make friends with.
Correct.
Yeah.
About one of the Drow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember him.
And you want to know what we found at Kinoms?
He's really strong.
He is.
What happened at Kinnums?
You want to know?
Yeah.
Well, we found evidence of ingredients that we would not share with most of the populace. He was working two labors, if you will. One for the general population, and the other for perhaps a guild or a group that we found a note about. Odd, this group. Only came at night to collect goods from him. The goods were non-descriptive, but they were of dead beings of different shapes and sizes.
Can I guess that this note that you found at the corner torn off it?
No, this one was whole. But this is a unusual thing. We have never heard of such a trade. We don't know what he was receiving in recompense. It might have just been gold he had stashed away, but he had a basement. In this basement, he had preserved many bodies
What?
for collection.
Yuck.
If you been to the bathhouse, you might have seen what those bodies get used for.
I wasn't at the bathhouse personally, but I can assume that they were there.
Were they dead?
What kind of information are you looking for? It already sounds like you know quite a bit.
I want to know what your relationship with Kinam was. How do I not know that you were trading bodies with him?
We bought rope off him. Well, we stole rope off him.
We didn't steal rope.
Yeah.
We traded.
No, we stole it. That's why he sent his goons after us.
So he came after you you stole from him.
We traded.
She's too honest to know about
It was contractual.
So you stole or you traded?
We traded.
She thinks we traded. We stole.
You stole?
I think
I fought
where
for you.
the confusion is that once Kinam had learnt of our deception on what we were trading, he felt
We didn't lie. We asked questions.
no, we maybe charmed him in a way
Did we?
with
We
our
did.
lingo. And
So you charmed the shopkeeper.
Stole his magic rope.
So magic.
Just rope.
Stole his rope.
Sorry,
Was
it
it
was good
particularly
rope, right?
particularly valuable rope or what?
No, shitty old rope.
Very
You'd have to
well.
ask Hood.
What kind of rope was it?
yes, well, Hood isn't here.
Luna looked directly at you. Sorry.
That role doesn't mean anything from before.
Well, apparently Luna looked directly
Sorry,
at
I
you.
keep forgetting.
What is it?
Genuinely.
It's a nickname he doesn't like.
Oh, I'm sorry then. Captain Sugma?
It's close enough, yes.
Captain Sugma, what kind of rope was it?
His first name is Willie.
Well, I don't know. Hood's not here.
I'm confused.
I can see, again, the battering of the timber on Luna's head. Has
Did you
struck
get
her
injured
stupid.
from the house?
No?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. She seems a little bit delirious. Or
Very well.
confused.
I'm fine.
Anyway, so we're obviously mostly innocent bystanders. Relative to...
I'm
you-
innocent.
Yeah, she's innocent. The rest of us are innocent by association with her.
So you stole a rope.
Yes.
You charmed the shopkeeper,
Bad.
Yes.
and you don't know why magic is following you.
No.
Very
Well,
that is interesting.
Are we standing to the
That's very
side
curious.
just laughing at this whole thing? What's going on?
I must admit, there's been a number of
It's very
coincidence.
humorous about it.
He has one in his arm.
A humorous?
Maybe not in his arm. But there is a funny bone.
Very well.
Thank you.
So where are you up to now?
Well, you'd have to ask Will you Sugma.
Captain, you still go by captain, or is that a term now that you hold in memory?
In memory.
Very well. If you prefer Captain Sugma, I will call you that.
Sokma is fine. Please, again, we are amongst friends. This I must get Sid to regale me on the location of where we're going to be going. We were traveling. Memento. It was east. Maybe
Northwest, but yes.
It's the same. By association.
sounds right here, isn't it? Oh, we're going that way. We're traveling up towards border town.
You've had a big day. Do you need to rest?
Well, yes, we just escaped the fire. It's not been easy since we've hit the road.
It's not Fellow's fault.
You're going
Well,
towards Border Town then.
Correct, yes.
You're going to stop at Wolf?
At where?
Wolf.
Z-Wolf?
No, Wove.
Ah, Wove. Well, perhaps. I'm not too sure yet.
Very well. What
Why? What interest do you have in Wove?
No interest. I'm just more curious as to your comings and goings.
I'm just with them.
And why then do you adventure with such thieves and charmers?
I didn't know they were thieves.
It's charming by tongue, and not the magical.
Also,
kind.
have you seen Sid?
Yes,
Dark
I have.
and brooding over there. He's got a lot to say.
Dark skinned, it is my type.
He's a linguist. I hear. Little.
He gives you a very curious look. Almost like a look there.
Anyway,
Sorry. That's my boyfriend.
we're very sorry that we stole from a corpse dealer.
You are not, like I said, you are not going to get arrested for this. It is.
This remind me again. The Enigma. They're just another one of these guilds. Self-startup, just a group of people, yeah.
I'm sorry if it doesn't sound more interesting than I've told.
No, I think what I'm getting at is my companions might just be a bit nervous. There was a little bit of dodginess involved with Kinham. I think they're concerned about potential repercussions.
Are
Yeah.
you all concerned about repercussions?
Yes, absolutely.
I see an opportunity with your guild. You obviously are purveyors of information.
Very much so.
You
We're the best
obviously
at them.
know a lot about what's been going on. Just trying to tie up some loose ends.
I'm simply here to discuss some end results.
What else do you have to tell us? Tell us something cool, like a story. That's real.
Well,
Something that you've learned on your travels. Maybe we could learn from it and I could teach these three to be better people.
I'm already a good person.
Too old.
Okay,
to change.
Sagma.
I don't doubt it, Captain. Well, if you want a story, in the north, there are marshlands. They are misty, and they are thick with leaf, larger than your bodies.
Really?
Within this swamp, where your feet would trudge the earth and go in to your waist, where many don't return because of the dangers here. Snakes,
Oh.
fish with sharpened teeth. There is a temple, protected by nature itself, where within you see just a small group of people trying to live.
Like good people?
They are very good,
If they're in touch with nature, they would be.
and they are in pain.
Why?
Somewhere where no one knows lies this small group of people. One of us was sent to parley with them, to understand more about them. What we received back was simply a note from them thanking us for our service, but wanting to stay with them. We never heard or saw her again. But we knew from the note that it was her genuine writing and she was happy. Bliss, never-ending happiness comes from there, apparently.
Sounds nice.
Sounds like some flyer you're handing me.
There is nothing more to say.
Where are you from? How old are you?
I am half Genasi, half elf. My lifespan currently is 124 years.
Did you come through the portals?
No,
Did your parents?
they did.
Where did they come from?
There is a place I've heard called Greyhawk
Interesting.
that they abided by and lived. And when danger erupted around them, they came here through a portal made by one of the great wizards there.
Do you know who?
I'm not sure of the name, no. They did not divulge. But they were saved. In that moment.
How many came from Greyhawk? I've never heard of this place.
I'm not sure. We hear of hundreds. It was an immediate danger that needed a quick exit. And civilians were saved. Some did not make it through the portals, but most did. Whatever danger or whatever thing was erupting from that earth or that air around them, whatever army was approaching, my parents do not like to talk about it.
It would have been really scary.
Yes, it was. So my parents said. But that is my story. I now live in Old Reiki and travel around. With
Where's your favorite place you've been to?
my favorite place. Well,
You've
there
been
is an
everywhere.
island called the Isle of Oolong. It's a large island. I like it because it is peaceful. I visited it there to meditate.
Where's that on that place?
Down underneath. To the south of the Alanorian Mountains. It is a hard place to reach,
Fancy.
but it is bare ice and desolation. But it's not biting cold. It is a peaceful cold, one of serenity.
I don't like the cold.
It's as though it envelops you, and you become accustomed very quickly.
I don't like that.
Or you fly north.
Or you
Or you
could.
wear a really heavy coat.
You could do so as well. I hope I've been up front.
You're kind of in the middle.
They're all an insight check just to see overall.
Sure, go for it.
Let's check the vibe.
I'll check. It's distance 15. 17.
17. Yeah, decent. I'll send you something.
Ooh. Secrets.
Korus.
Are you okay?
Gonna say, she really does
You're
have
ready
a
to
lot
say
say.
something. I can see it. Don't sell me for money, please.
Please, no, I'm so old.
My old chicken bones won't make it.
I was thinking about maybe feeding you as the power move.
Ah.
All right, there you go.
Yes, so-
Yeah, that's a good
If
idea.
I had bread on me.
I
Waiting
wonder.
you?
I wonder if I may ask a favor.
Shoot.
Could I travel with you for a little bit? See what you do. See why danger follows you.
Yes, but you should know that, well, I can't answer for all of us. My answer would be sure. But you should know that I pulled the mistress card today, so it won't be a pleasant journey.
You must be Lunataro.
Yes? I
Ah.
thought you knew because you said my name earlier.
I said your first name. I did not know the last
Yeah,
one.
but I didn't introduce myself, so you just knew it.
The cards.
Yeah,
That they are your cards.
it's my copy of them.
Your parents are now the makers.
Yes.
Original.
Yes.
Yes, my dad did the mistress card.
Valor, stop.
It has
What?
interested me, these cards. What is their purpose? Because many seem to own them, and almost some worship them.
Yes, because they help guide you.
Is this for real, though? Or is this some sort of...
That's really offensive. You should take that back immediately.
But what is the
That's like
purpose?
asking you if your god is real. That would be really rude.
I'm sorry, I do not have a god.
Well, if you did, it would be like asking if they were real. And what you're saying is
I
quite
would-
disrespectful.
If you don't mind, keep God business to yourself.
I don't worship a god, but these cards guide me every day, and it would be like saying the Fae are stupid.
Or the Fae are everywhere.
Well, I believe they are.
Do you
but
understand what I'm saying, though? It's the same thing.
Please forgive me, Lunataro. I was simply coming to an understanding if the purpose of the cards were for profit or if they were simply for guiding you in your everyday life. If people
My parents drew these with their bare hands.
and what was their belief.
It was to help guide them every day. It was so they could wake up, have an understanding of reading the energy in the room, and figure out how the day was going to play out for them. It
Do
was
you-
their own guidance.
Do you think this energy comes from the Fae?
No.
Then where does it come from?
Have you seen the moons in the sky? Why do you think I'm named Luna? And Sol and Aurora? They're all like relation to sun, moon, stars. That-
I get it.
My dad's name is Orion. My mom's name's Aurora.
Okay. I simply wanted clarification, so and you've provided
Yeah,
it.
which is fine, but next time you want it, maybe don't make it sound like an accusation. It was really.
But you do make money from these cards. You sell them.
I don't make them. I don't make money.
Your
My
parents.
definitely make a profit, but that was never the intention.
See, people simply gathered around and
Have you
believe the
seen
same
them?
things.
They're beautiful.
I have seen a set, yes.
So people
Quite
just
popular in
liked-
Old Reiki, actually.
So I've heard. So I've
people
seen.
liked them, and it just caught on.
There were even reports of thefts of these cards.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And would you know something of that?
I'm an investigator.
Yeah. Did you find out about the bathhouse, or were there other thefts?
As she turns her head to interact with Luna, I mumble.
Wow. I hope you're imitating her, not me.
No.
Which cards did you hear about? Which thefts?
Just some. I did not take it too seriously because I did not know they were valuable enough to these people. I just heard that there are some cards that were missing, and people were starting to become a little bit concerned about it. From
where?
From the cards in Old Becky.
Yeah. From where? From who?
They're just merchants. No one specific.
Which card?
I did not gather that much information.
I thought you were an investigator.
I did not investigate this personally. I did not investigate it personally. My partner did.
Oh, you have a partner.
A work partner, yes.
Anyway, all you need to know is this
You
morning.
set it in motion. There's no stopping it now.
This morning, Luna drew the card of neutrality, and now
No. No, you misunderstand. I drew the neutral card the other day when we went to... No,
Oh,
that was long ago now.
which one did you draw this morning?
The mistress.
Which is of.
Pure evil.
Oh, well, that tracks.
And-
Right, you got one. One for one.
No, we had a
No,
neutral
she-
day the day
day
that we
the
drew
other
the
day.
neutral one too.
Didn't we slaughter a bunch of? Didn't a bunch of zombies slaughter themselves in front of us that day?
What are you talking about?
I guess I'm missing a day. They all blend together at my age.
Yeah.
So you draw these once in the morning,
I
and it helps you guide what your day will be.
yeah. It's like fortune
Curious.
telling. Except better.
At this point, she looks up and her eyebrows go wide, and she go up, and she goes, "Ah, fortune telling."
Except better, it's about you're rude. You can't travel with us.
Yeah, you just suck.
Whoa. Let's keep things a little bit friendly here.
No.
Oh, FTP.
What?
I'm not a fan of the card.
That would be FTG.
Straight from the underground.
So I'm sorry if I offended you again.
Yeah, you did. Just my entire family name. No big deal.
Look, Korus, I have no problem with you traveling with us for a time. I think there could be much to be discovered between the two of us.
He's not a captain.
Yes, we've already established this.
I thought
No
you
longer.
said. I thought you said.
Luna
You,
just like walks away really frazzled.
He
I
is
was
not
like,
incorrect. I'm not a captain anymore. But I must admit, you have to understand that today's trial, with what you can see here,
of course,
has
it would be
taken us
a
off
massive
guard.
depletion of your energy.
And right now, you're here alone. There is a little bit of interest why you would be here without some kind of retinue.
No, I'm not. I'm here by myself. Like I said, I wanted to come very innocently, so it doesn't seem like I'm bringing an army with me.
And obviously, being in the work that you are, there must be some kind of friendships that have to be forged before we can always divulge
Of course,
what we can.
of course. I mean, I will travel with you for a while, if possible, so we can become more trustful.
How is she dressed? She's looking quite elegant from the description. That
Yep, she's got a brown tunic. She does have a brown cloak over the top of all that. Brown tunic, brown, very very nice skirt. You can see underneath it there's a sort of a pink shirt to match her skin, a pale pink skin.
would I assume correctly, other than Luna, we're all dressed
Right
pretty
now,
averagely.
no, you weren't.
Oh, good.
The day before you changed clothes, and they seem to still work
That's right.
until the fire. Now your clothes do smell a lot like soot.
We may not have the amenities that you're familiar with on the next couple of days of travel.
I tend to travel light. I am easy to travel with.
And you would have to understand, and this isn't a decision for me either. This must be the group's.
If you see me to depart, that is fine.
Would you give
I'm
us a
also
few
heading
moments?
north towards Wolf anyway. I may meet you there if you choose not to travel with me.
The only other maybe question that I would have with you is why the interest in Wolf?
Well, I'm heading past Wolf. In fact, there's whispers the happenings involved I'm not sure about, which I've been sent to investigate as well. That is all.
Perhaps a test of your investigatory skills and
Yes.
to answer some questions for us and
Well, if we meet up,
answer some for you as well.
correct. If we meet up, then perhaps we can share information.
Are you familiar with the Sylvan language?
I speak it.
Do you want to use your skills and see if there's anything you can see of Sylvan nature around you?
And she sort of darts her eyes towards the home. Very well. Are you testing me, or is there something I should know?
Might gain information for both of us.
Okay. And she sort of walks away from you at this point and silently starts to look to the ground a little bit more in depth. And she takes a good 10 minutes to look around. What are you all doing in the meantime?
Well, she's walked away. What are you
She-
thinking?
Group huddle. Luna doesn't look very
I'm
impressed.
like angrily patting Marjorie. But not hard,
Yeah, yeah.
as to not hurt her. But like,
I mean, you saw her reaction when you mentioned fortune telling.
yeah, it was rude.
It might have been.
It's not fortune telling, it's just that people don't understand unless you say it in stupid terms that they understand.
It might have been a bit of dismissive from someone who might know more. You know the descriptions we got of Ushilla, Sage? Has multiple disguises, guys under
No, but
multiple
she's
names.
not the sage.
No,
A sage would never be that dismissive.
I'll be sussing us out. Might just be a hot gymnastic.
She's
Remember,
not that pretty.
we haven't given her a whole lot either.
It was 10 minutes ago you were.
I was pretty open. I said everything. You're the one that lied. So did you.
Yeah, from now on, when we get questioned by anyone cop adjacent, lie.
What's a cop?
Sorry, guard adjacent.
Yes,
Why?
preferably.
No. Why?
Because we've done terrible things.
Maybe don't do bad
Have we done
things.
terrible things?
We've not done terrible things.
Like I said, they were bound to catch up with this given their reputation.
I don't like her.
Corpse.
Yeah. But
We did not sell a corpse.
We tried.
We happened to have a corpse on the cart.
they're not a government body, they're not going to arrest us. It's gathering information.
Also, why didn't you tell her? Who cares?
Yeah.
He was already there.
Look,
I
I
think,
would.
I think,
He
I
was
think
already dead.
they're going to find out at any point, these ones. May as well.
You should be more worried about nearly killing children in the square.
Like,
Yeah, that also, don't mention that either.
I must admit, just for understanding and clarity's sake, Luna, the feelings that you are having right now, for your
Are you
family,
gonna try and devalidate them?
no. This is how I feel about the people that I need to protect, and that's why it might be important that you don't mention my name
Well, maybe
sometimes.
you should tell us that before we start talking about it.
I thought that might have been obvious from the interaction that we had with Kingdom.
What do you mean? We were
When I
really
told
open
him-
with Kingdom.
That was
Yeah,
my
his
not
head.
my name.
Oh, did you? Wow, I didn't remember that. Huh.
So perhaps from now on, and I would be happy to protect your family's name.
She's ugly.
Perhaps, but she might be helpful.
You know, it wasn't that long ago there was a man made entirely of jelly standing in front of us, and I think there's someone more jelly than that standing in front of me now.
I'm not jealous. I just don't like her.
I don't get the jelly reference.
I'm not jealous. You're not my type.
Yeah.
Oh,
Say that
you're
now.
saying that. Ah, cool. This is all like conversational here, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
cool.
She's far away right now.
Alright, what do? We need
Also,
to make a
thanks for your
decision.
defense, guys. Thank you. Thought we were all friends, but here I am defending my family's honor.
Hey, I stuck up.
Did you?
Said some stuff.
What did you say?
Something about the cards.
No, you didn't.
Something about your
You
dad.
just completely got the facts wrong.
I did say that the cards were good.
Wow, thank you. My hero.
Alright, so are we gonna try
I
to
don't-
work this out?
You can travel with her. I'm gonna ride Marjorie.
They should be hanging around anyway.
Yes, maybe it's better to keep an eye on them.
We could make a soul sister.
Make a believer out of it. Give her a reading.
No. She
I'd
doesn't
like to
deserve one. I don't give readings to people that don't believe.
Well, maybe, you know. We don't know what is ahead of us.
I just want to point out that I drew the mistress card today, and we're gonna just trust some pink little girl who like shows up after a house is on fire, and you're wearing a cursed necklace.
That's kind of true.
Also,
That's true. It's a valid point.
Yeah, so that cursed necklace kind of got buried behind this
you're
one.
all actually the ones that are suspicious usually. She openly said bad stuff to me, and I was like, no, sister.
Maybe that's me for one. I would like to not get stabbed in my sleep.
As far as she knows, we're heading towards the town above Wove.
I'll
so.
keep that in mind.
And I must admit, if we're heading to Woe and run into her there, that could be even more awkward. We've not lied to her yet.
Well, you could.
I've done nothing but lie.
Well, in regards to our travel. Is that in character?
Sorry, let me just write down all the lies you've told, and then I'll just say them out loud. How does that sound?
Not good.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what else is not good?
That was
Being
basically
told my
the last
cards are
5
fake.
minutes.
Sounds consistent.
As you start to raise your voice a little bit, Luna, there, you you do see that returning to the area that you are around the cart now and around Marjorie is Korus, and she does seem to have in her hands almost fighting against it. You can see her sinewy arms that are now out of the sleeves are holding a book. And around her, as she was walking towards you, you can see every now and again a page of the book leaves and sort of just floats beside her. And then another page out of the book and floats beside her, sort of waving. And then another.
Korus, you are right there.
I'm struggling a little bit. And she lets go. And she says, you missed something.
I'll stop you there. Before we go too far, there's something important. A friend here is quite upset about your comments about the cards. I too must admit that at one point I thought they were bullshit. But I've seen her draw them enough to know that there's more to it. And I think you should apologize.
So, I apologize, Lunatara. I'm sorry that if
Can I roll
offended-
insight on the apology?
Yes, you can roll insight on the apology. As she continues, I'm sorry that I did not take them to be more important for you. I respect your belief in them, as I respect the belief of anyone who has particular worship with Fae, with other beings, with whatever they want. Vim has many opportunities.
16.
16? She seems honest.
Thank you. Now, please tell us what you think.
As she lets go of the book at that point, you can see that she steps back. And this is what you see. Can I get everyone to get into the ardent role play?
Sorry, allow me to drop my stroppy demeanor.
If you can all get into the
It's
ardent
well.
role play app and have a look at
Oh,
what
I
you
wasn't
see.
acting. I am an actor.
I need a quick scan.
I need to
You can see in front of you, sort of just idle, a book and some pages that simply seem to be floating. Don't forget, you can also download the app yourselves at home and have a look.
Ooh. Me trying to look at the pages.
As the book floats, you can see that directly beneath it, beautiful art, You can
Yeah,
see
that's
that directly beneath it, the ground shudders and splits. Splits again and again. A circle of stone instead of dirt and wheat make up the ground directly underneath the floating book and pages. Make perception checks.
All of us?
Yeah.
Can I do it at advantage because I'm cool? Sorry, I was just imitating Ben.
5.
Perception.
9. Did anyone else know you can pinch and zoom to make the object?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man, yeah.
Yes.
Episode 10.
But you can.
I also got a 9.
Okay. 9,
the
10,
anger.
and 9.
20.
20.
Dirty.
Sorry, 30.
Dirty. Not a natural. I will take 30, yeah.
No.
Hey,
Although,
Mum. Sorry.
as you all listen, you all hear initially this
Asthma.
and you listen a little bit. What languages do you know?
I doubt I know that. It's common, elvish, undercommon. Thieves' Cone.
You do not know what this is saying, but I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, as whatever words that are being whispered from this book are affecting you.
I get to re-roll it if it's not in my box.
You do have inspiration.
Actually, I might take that. Wisdom saving throw?
Mm,
It's still 12.
12.
Everyone's getting possessed. I'm a
All right,
Save it for the musical.
I'm gonna send you something.
Alright.
Can you wrap that, please?
Rap what?
I'm gonna send you
Just
some.
that line.
I'm gonna send you something.
And you're gonna regret getting that check. Because now you're fucked up.
Get send you something.
I'm not posture checking. I'm
Live
stropping. Can everyone else posture check? Check. Can everyone else posture check, push?
Say check.
Not on stream.
200 subs.
I'm waiting for this doom to message you.
In fact, I need everyone to leave the room.
Oh,
Ooh, I'm taking the stream. No, but I will take the bottle of wine that I have no yet. Ah,
I'm gonna type this out.
yeah, that room. I don't think Ben's got it. See.
So, as you listen more and more to this voice, as initially there were simply whispers, this unknown language, this deep voice. But then you suddenly understand it's an ancient elven language. You know it straight away. Every word that is being whispered here, you are aware. You can add ancient elven to the language that you know. But now you suddenly are aware of its speech, but it is deep. It continues. And in front of you, and you can see your friends, but they are still unmoving, as though they are in mid-sentence. You don't hear the crickets anymore around you. You don't feel the heat from the embers. You are in a shadowy space. Almost MVCDM. You're in a shadowy space. Korus is still frozen in time and you can move. Although as you try, you can only barely shift your feet. And as you look up, you see this great, large, cloaked figure. And underneath the base of the cloak, you see this white skin with these massive teeth that are dripping blood. And as you can hear every drop of blood that is falling to the ground. It's like an echo around you on a stone floor.
Pulsating?
No, simply an echo of a drip. But as the blood falls, the whispers become stronger. And you suddenly go from not understanding to understanding. I am within. Release me. I am within. Give me back my family. I sense you. I give you the ability to speak. Vermin. What is your name?
In that kind of moment, dropping everything else, Sakmar and that. If you're asking me for my name, I only have a few. And if it's my true name you're after, I have no idea what that is. But for us, I will go by Hood.
He sucks in the blood now, and you can feel the feeling of swallowing just a mouthful of red liquid down his throat. This deep voice. No, Hood. You listened too much. You listened well. Burn me. Burn me. You will find that Vim is no longer yours, or the Fays, or those that lived and are young. Burn with me. Do you release me?
I'm looking up at this like gargantuan kind of.
It's a large figure,
Yeah.
not towering over you, but certainly foreboding. This cloak around it seems to be drawing around whatever confines you're in. You can see that whatever light is peering into the center is like a curtain being closed, is being enveloped by its cloak. Slowly.
I fear I have little option. not to succumb to your demands.
You then give me heart. Place it in my words. And then burn me.
To whom would you speak of?
Drip, drip, drip. This creature lunges at you, and as it does, you can see these long claws with these fingernails, which are extremely sharp, that claw and all dig within you. And that will be.
Can I fight this, or
You can, yeah. I mean, I'm rolling for attack against you.
Yeah.
As it digs in, but gets ricocheted off your chest. You can feel that there's strength there, but maybe not enough to match the strength of its words. What are you doing?
Is this like an ethereal setting that we're in, or
You're not
so
sure.
I would instinctively draw my blade
Yeah.
and square off with it.
All right. As you draw your blade, you go for it, and as it picks up, you look at it. It's not your blade. It's just a simple flower. As you look at it again, it has in its center a small mouth, which is just biting and biting again and eating its own petals, and blood is dripping from the flower as well onto the ground, and it's starting to move closer and closer towards you. You feel yourself being pulled as this mouth is trying to get to your face. Make me a strength check, please.
That's good. Strength.
Yep.
It's a flat 19.
Okay, you pull it away easily as this creature above you is has removed his hands from your chest and is just holding your head tight. And as it does, you can see that one finger uncurls the hood right back, and you can see the skull that has been just hammered in. You can see that there's almost no brain left in this humanoid's head, but for a small crater. You can see that his entire face is white, beautifully white, and you can see fangs that are still dripping the blood and pouring down its side, its front and then its side.
Can I do anything?
At that point, you see not the figure anymore, but looking around you, the rest of your members of your party now are normal. You are back in the night, and you smell the smoke. And as you do, the book that was in the air simply falls to the ground with its pages as well. And everyone should have seen that. That effect. And as you just take stock, you look down and you see that your wounds were not there. You don't feel that pressure on your face or any repercussions of it. Almost not sure what you saw. As your companions continue speaking. And that's where we're going to take a break, everybody. Thank you. So with that, we'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll come back to continue the travel. And we will be about 10 minutes. Okay, see everybody soon.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome back.
Bodhi Sarah.
Bodhi Sarah.
Wow. As you all watch, the book falls to the ground. The pages simply also very slowly waver and fall, and it becomes still. Korus comes towards you and looks at the book a little bit. Don't touch it. Definitely magical, but I'm not sure of what kind. It was
I mean,
odd.
I could hazard a guess and say that it's maybe conjuration and abjuration based, but I guess my opinion doesn't matter.
Yes, I have to close it.
I am glad you agree with your companion.
If anyone notices, I'm going to pat myself down quickly, unsheath my sword just a little bit to see if it's still there. Put it away, turn around, and look at the book intently.
Okay. Is everything all right, Rook? Hood? Sorry. The captain?
I thought that we galvanized that.
Apparently it was your nickname, Hood.
No, never.
Oh. Captain, are you okay?
Well, I have better, I think, after the journey that we've had here and the events that have unfolded. It's taken the burden on me and my chicken. And I stroke Horsey.
The chicken looks like it has had a hard life, but it is a good egg.
Well, I hope so. And I'm going to go a bit more further towards the book.
All right. It's right in the center of you all, you've all gone into a bit of a circle, and it's right in the center. It's just there. You can see that it's a black leather-bound book. Has maybe what you can see old pages, probably 50 of them, from what you can see as it's closed. Otherwise, no markings on it, no nothing. So, have you decided anyway? I'm not sure whether this is something to consider, this book. Am I coming with you, or would you prefer I meet you in Mauve?
Something to consider.
I'm going to pick
A
up the
book
book.
that flies.
Yeah.
Magic is everywhere.
You said that it created like the ground shift or something?
The ground did turn to rock. It sort of split open in small crevices, which if you could trip over them, but you wouldn't fall through.
Wow, it's almost as if I drew the mistress card today of pure evil.
While this
What your dad do?
elaborate conversation is going on, I'm going to pick up the book.
All right, you pick it up. It's
And I'm just going to hold it,
yep.
flip through the pages.
It is. It's got every now and again. It's got a page with some words in it. You can read them.
I'm sorry, yeah, flicking through.
Yep.
That's what I think. Might not be so mundane, but perhaps should be kept in safekeeping. And I'll tie it up if it's got a binder,
It does.
and put it in my possessions.
All right.
Maybe have a look at quickly a couple of pages that might have flown out.
Yep. You know exactly where they've fallen out. They've sort of ripped off, so you can put them back into their place as well if you'd like.
Might I inquire as I'm doing this, where did you even find this?
I found it on the body of the deceased.
In such a...
Yeah, sure. So make a decision. I can go on ahead. If
My
you prefer.
opinion doesn't count.
I did apologize. So, and I believe you when you say it could be magical.
Blah 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 blah.
What did you get?
5.
A 5? You believe it?
I will... She put it off, didn't she? Well,
Yes, yes, yes.
Is it too much to ask to see if I can see her tracks?
No, you can make a survival check and look for tracks. You can make a survival check for me.
Oh.
A 4. You only go a couple of steps and you lose sight of her tracks. She's very, I guess, light on her feet. You'd assume that she didn't leave many tracks at all. And the ground around you seems to be fairly hard, so it'd be tough to leave tracks anyway.
Yeah. I'll continue to poke around the pages
All right.
and wait for my group to make a decision.
Okay. It seems like I'm not welcome. It is okay. I can go on ahead to Wolf, and I will meet you there.
Bold of her to assume she's going to be ahead of us.
So he just nothing with the book. Didn't make anything of it. Flying book.
I've seen 1 or 2 in my time. I don't have the kind of magic that would offer any understanding of the book. But by now, potentially it's without its magic. I'm not sure. I'd imagine definitely it did have magic, but something has happened and it now does not. If you're having it for safekeeping, Captain, that's fine. But at some point, I would like to investigate it more. Perhaps I can see what's within, if you will allow me, in your presence, obviously. And then I can see if there is anything to shed light. But
No,
Or
Mr.
you could
Lang-
give it to me and I could have a look now. If you like.
I'm a little marginally confused. What do you want?
Well, who would you prefer?
To what?
She can do it in a few days and maybe one day investigate it, or I can have a look now.
I think to clear any tension, perhaps I will hold on to the book.
Oh, okay, so you don't trust me.
That wasn't the right answer.
Well, man.
It's fine, I get it.
Just
We
give her
let
the book.
pig-skinned people first.
You gonna
Well,
read
I'm
it?
not going to give it to her neither.
anyway, I'm sorry if I intruded.
No, let's make this decision up to Luna. What do you want? Does she stay or does she go?
I've told you how I feel.
And for that, I will go.
Obviously, you don't listen.
I will-
No one fucking listens to Luna.
Ah, it's too chewy.
That
Yeah.
was deliberate, but it's fine.
You've made your feelings quite aware, but do you dismiss her?
Oh, what? Like she dismisses the cards?
Why don't you give her a reading? See if the cards think she should go.
I don't give readings to people who don't believe.
It is true. I've heard of them. Like I said, I apologize, and I'm sure that many do have their daily rituals where they do delve into the cards, and their day is helped by these things. I personally have my own way of meditating and seeing the day as it is.
How deep is that hole? Pretty deep. You should get a shovel and dig yourself out.
Anyway, we'll see you in Woe.
Yes, I
Perhaps
think
the
you
next time
will.
I serenade you. In what?
Okay. Well, I
Find a
will.
nice pub.
Well, I will perhaps serve you a table. Okay, it's been lovely. I'm glad we did meet. I'm sorry that we had to leave. Yes, I'm sad that we have to leave under these circumstances. But I will see you in Wolf, and hopefully by then, we can speak again. And she awkwardly turns and gives her owl a bit of a peck on the feathery cheek, and they start to walk off. You then, after about a minute, hear a neigh as she seems to have ridden horse, and she gallops north along the path in which you were traveling.
We should go.
So with the book.
We
I'm
should
of course
go.
for- But I would like to read it on our travels. Luna, calm down.
So now, you should have given, now you have to hang out with her and you didn't give her the book.
Well, we don't always get our way, do we?
I wanted quiet, but I'm not going to get my way. And I shuffle grumbly. Grumble and shuffle off towards the cart.
Come on, Luna, what's so bad?
Lucky you would understand.
Perhaps I don't. Elaborate.
Don't ask questions you don't care about the answers to.
I am interested. I wouldn't ask the question
Were you
otherwise.
there?
I was.
Hey, remember when you didn't believe in the cards?
No, I don't.
Remember how I treated you
Yes.
then? Yeah?
Horribly.
Yeah.
I asked you numerous amounts of times and you declined
Are you
me.
feeling deja vu?
Luna. I'm not. I'm still a little disappointed.
Hey, your entire organization is bullshit.
Luna, I know you're taking stabs at me now.
But it is.
This isn't flattering.
I don't believe in it, so it's bullshit.
Luna, I never said that to you about your cards.
But do you see how hurtful it is to hear?
Who one of us here who said that?
I said that.
No, I'm just telling you how it feels. It's not nice, is it?
I go up and on the side to Bello. I'll give him advice about giving her the book and then say that shit.
It's not a nice feeling,
Luna,
is it?
are we going to be offended by every other person that comes our way and says these kinds of things?
Well, only when they insistently say it, yes.
If you're so hair-trigger, I'm not so sure if we're going to be safe.
Would you not be so edge? What does that mean?
It means you're light with your fingers on your bow.
Did I pull out my bow?
It's a metaphor.
It makes
Maybe
no
an
sense.
emotional bow.
Yeah.
There's times where you can do that.
Times.
You're almost as deep as she is. It's quite interesting. That wasn't a joke.
No. But perhaps one day this will come back.
Perhaps one day you'll realize that what you felt just then, is exactly what I felt when she said it about my cards and my family.
Well, I can't commit to
Except
understanding
their actual family. They're not just like employees.
how you feel when you get to sleep in a nice home with comfortable pillows and act like you do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I act privileged?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's because I am. Anyway, we should go.
This is going to be a shit 3 days.
I think so.
Well, this was certainly a series of events. that
Sorry,
has
I'll just
happened.
announce my arrival in every town, should I?
Well, pretty much.
Okay, great. I've done that every time, right? Crazy Luna!
I never said that.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're just insinuating it. It's no big deal. Anyway, let's go. Let's go!
I guess we should find somewhere to camp for the night. Let us know. Do you know his name? What are we going to name the thing that's inside you?
I don't know.
Maybe we should name it Suckma.
Let us know if Suckman's going to give you any trouble. Probably have a look at that book, see if it's connected to it at all.
Yeah, you should have a look at that book.
I think I will.
Okay.
That is what I said.
You enjoy that.
All right. Who's on the horses? Who's on the camels?
Well, Marjorie is my horse after all, so I guess I'll just be on her because I have privilege and I get to choose first.
I hope we get attacked by more corpses. I hope corpses come and eat the ears out of my head.
These burns are still
Here, have
pretty fresh.
Have a gold piece.
Maybe that'll end it for me.
I take that gold piece. I'm like, I see what you're trying to do, but you're not getting this gold piece back.
I give it to you.
I take it. It's like, here, do you want to maybe let's really rub it in? Give me some more gold. Let's show it's really showing.
Nah.
Okay.
All right, Cheryl, Abigail, let's go.
And the cart springs to life.
I'm going to remount Abigail after a sugar cube and take Horsey and put him in that. Rucksack.
4 left now.
All right. And you're going into the cart?
No, I fly. I'm like, oh, I'm going to scout the road ahead. The dangers.
Make me a perception check as you look for dangers in the road ahead.
I roll at disadvantage because I don't really give a shit about the road ahead.
Yep.
I'm just trying to escape the awkwardness. Oh wow, I really wish I hadn't rolled at disadvantage there.
Was there a nat 20 in there?
It is what it is. That's
be.
still okay. That's a 17.
17, okay. Ahead you see that a few caravans, a few carts, a few groups of people in the kilometers beyond you have camped for the night as well, just off the main road. You can see that most of them are quiet, maybe some families, maybe some merchants. Some of them are singing slightly just to keep the mood up in this quite cold night that it is. Clear sky, the 10 moons are up in the air, quite large, in their beautiful formations as they move. The moons ever so slowly move around the sky, as you are normally used to see, as they hide stars and then allow them to be seen again. As you come back to the cart after some time, you continue forward, passing by these campfires and bedrolls and people on the road. You don't get disturbed. You make your own camp and sleep and awaken without any problems, restoring your health
Oh, nice.
and your spells.
My birds have healed overnight.
As you continue your way in the morning, you see that many around you in campfires and pitched tents some ways away have also earlier in the morning made way and are now no longer in sight.
If we pitched a tent that night, could I have spent some time reading over the book?
When you go through the book again, they are blank pages. You swore for a moment you saw the letters, but now there are none. As you open the book again, they are blank.
I would have. You asked me about the book, didn't you?
Well, it's seen a bit of board at the time, so yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to have gone
There you go.
through the book with Sid. So that happened immediately after we left the site, or
Well, you don't know exactly when, but when you close the book and then you open it again somewhere between then and then, the words were no longer visible.
I would have been pretty open about this with anybody who's listening. Perhaps a game has been played here by Korus. There's nothing on these pages. I swear there was something here before.
Did you recognize the writing?
When I was flicking through, did I recognize it already?
You did. Suddenly, when you did flick through in that moment, when Korus was around you and your fellow members of your group, you did have an understanding that this is. You've never seen these words written before anywhere. But you recognize them, but you only
Would
saw.
I recognize them as a type of Elvish language?
Yes. Yeah.
It's frustrating, Sid, because I could have sworn it was Elvish, and I know perhaps you would have been interested in it, as would have Luna, but we saw how that went.
Should have just given her the book.
Well, perhaps, but that didn't happen, so we have to continue with the decisions we made. Something that Luna might have to learn one day too.
Seemed pretty on guard when it dropped.
Yes, well, didn't have the best of experiences when that woman opened the book.
Are you going to elaborate?
Can I ask you, can I elaborate, or was it like a
You do what you
dream or
want.
something?
You do what you want. To you, it was real.
Just look at your bracelet. What would Sid do?
Yes, confronting, I've not seen anything like this before. There's a great pale figure above me, bleeding fangs, hidden in a shroud. Perhaps something tied into what we experienced when we saw those dead drow. But it asked me to help it. I chose not to. Don't know why, but in that moment I told it my name. The name that I've been given anyway.
Sounds like that might have been a chance to acquire one of the items that you seek.
If you're speaking of the vampires, yes.
Bloody fangs, I've only heard of them in stories, folktale, but it seems to match.
I might be jumping to conclusions, but as the blood dripped from its fangs, it pulsed. I'm wondering if that necklace, that thing that Vela picked up, might be connected to it. This is like a candid conversation, if anyone
Oh,
wants.
in that case,
Yeah.
yeah. Look for yourself and take the necklace off and throw it over. You can wear it for a while.
I think not right now. I prefer not to be in that place again.
It's in that particular moment that initially, like a memory, you almost feel and hear a beating again a couple of times, but then it disappears as you catch it.
Perhaps tonight. Not tonight, Vela. Thank you.
That sounds like a you problem, that necklace.
If you want to take the book, I'd be more than happy. I didn't like what I saw there.
Good job. Give me a look.
And I'll pass the book over for a moment.
Okay. The black leather-bound book is brought to you. As you flick through the pages, they're just blank pages.
Show me the necklace again.
I'll pass on the necklace.
Put the necklace on. Does anything change?
Doesn't seem to. You're putting a necklace on, holding the book? No.
Yeah, I'm right.
I saw a bit of a change. Look more elegant and learned.
Wow. Abjuration, that's a type of magic. Conjuration, that's another type.
I'm gonna.
insightful. Tell me more.
I can't. I'll close the book up and hand it back over.
As I grab it, I'm gonna look at Luna off of. I'm on Abigail.
Mm-hmm.
See if she wants to add anything. And I'll pack up my stuff and
Continue.
pat horsey.
All right.
And then we do the camp, I guess.
Yep. So,
I'm going to draw a card for the day
yep.
to
Okay.
myself
Sure. So you do this a
I've
bit
already
away
done that.
from, yep.
already. Like,
Sure, been hiding. Lovely.
Yeah.
Just send me what that is, please.
Yeah.
Thanks. And you all do notice Luna sort of shuffling her cards, trying to keep it away from your prying eyes, but she puts them away very, very quickly afterwards, and you pack up camp and you head off. The road ahead is like the other days that you travel.
Are you guys talking to each other today?
Hello, Luna.
Okay.
You can keep your current roll that you had, or choose, or do another. It's up to you.
Let's roll the dice.
All right.
This time I am paying attention. It's just the flat. Oh, it's worse. 14.
14? Okay. You continue your way, and the road is, like you were told, unguarded by any governing bodies, but otherwise fairly well traversed. As you look around, you see most people are going to Old Recky in the south. And as you look beyond, you see that only a few travelers with goods and tools and weapons and other things to trade are heading towards your direction, Wove in the mountains of that this city is built around. The travel is uneventful, and 3 weeks pass.
Fuck.
3 weeks. Do we have enough rations for that?
Do you guys get over this?
Oh,
Yeah.
if only someone bought you rations.
And with that, I will have you decide what you want to do and count your rations during that time.
So during that time,
I'm looking for food.
every day, I will cast Goodberry.
Yep.
And I will feed everyone happily, aside from Hood, a Goodberry.
I'm starved to death.
And then, but like,
come so far.
to Hood, it's kind of like,
Yeah. Every day, you are given a Goodberry, Hood, but not in not a very friendly fashion.
Before I take that good berry, I have a forager's kit. Does that assist me with finding my own?
You can make a survival check, and
survive you the whole day.
you can make a survival check and
Could
see.
I also keep an eye out using the pamphlet, the Wonders of Dim book, and knowledge I've hopefully been gaining to forage for edible things?
Yes.
Are there farms that we're passing by?
So your travel are farmland, and
Do
then
candles count as food?
no, it then turns into plains.
Right.
So wild and I guess lands that are not cultivated. You found and find plentiful beasts and insects and wildlife all around. You see groves of trees now sprout, and you see that the tall grasses hide many things as you pass by.
Well, he's just going to lean over the nearest fence and take a goat. Eat all your berries.
Are you trying to forage as well?
Forage the nearest farm for a goat that I can steal.
Are you trying to steal a goat? All right. Make me a. Goats are not very weak creatures. Make me a strength check to try and
10
grapple
times.
this
No.
goat and put it
Can I
down.
take advantage because I'm coming out of the sky like one of its natural predators?
Well, make an attack roll. Make an attack roll instead. Make an
A
attack
pigeon.
roll instead.
Natural predator.
Pigeon versus goat.
Yeah. So like one of those eagles who picks them up and throws them off a cliff.
Cliff, yeah.
No. 11.
11. All right.
Is that an attack roll?
It does hit, and you do kill a goat
Huzzah.
in your travel.
That should be. I'll just do that as much as needed until for 3 weeks. Surely it'll take us a while.
It's okay, because screw the Goodberry, right? That keeps you sustained all day without need to eat.
Yeah, but
Right.
have you ever had like a slow cooked lamb biryani before?
Oh, are you going to craft that in the woods, are you?
We're gonna stay. The land portion of it, yeah.
I do have cooking utensils.
Really.
Me in the corner with my berries.
So this is
For 3
weeks.
weeks. Fuck you, Hood.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I'd like to.
Yeah, please.
It sounds weird as fuck. I'm going to dull 2 short swords down.
That does sound weird as fuck.
Specifically on the chest I can't open.
Mhm.
I'm probably going to try and investigate that chest again at some point.
Mhm.
And then once I've dulled those 2 swords down, I'm going to offer one to Sid.
Mm-hmm.
And as practice, because I would ask him if he wants to duel with dulled blades. And anyone else who wants to join in.
Right.
Just to keep, spark to keep sword strength up.
If there are duels happening, if I'm close enough,
Mm-hmm.
during some of them, anytime they were fighting against it, I'd just be like, guidance. Just on everything.
On whom?
Whoever's fighting against him,
Against him. Right. Okay. So you're going against Sid
guidance.
initially?
Whoever wants to join in, so I don't
Okay.
know if Bello wants to. I'm assuming Sid would because he's a sword.
You bet your
he's a
sweet
fighter.
ass kitty bit.
Yeah.
But like, I do it subtly.
Yeah, sure.
Just like,
Make me a sleight of hand check,
Yeah.
and you make me a perception check. One of these duels, I will get you both to do an actual duel.
Good guy.
So
Oh.
perception
Well,
first to see if you
I am
notice.
That works. Mine's perception.
Yes.
oh no. No.
All right. So you do notice.
It is a 4.
So you know, I rolled a 16 with a 3.
Well,
So
I just rolled a 4 in
You
total.
you do notice Luna was
Luna, get over it.
well as you're in the middle of the duel with Sid as
It's
you
been
notice as you notice this that Luna's trying to cast some beneficial
I have to
spell.
touch every time, so I'm like,
Yeah, pretty much a fairly
Fully out of
obvious
character.
fairly obvious hit. So what I'll get you to do is with these gold swords, roll me initiative.
Remember, Sid, if you use whatever blessings, I know you're cheating against me. Yeah.
he
Alright.
doesn't have a choice. It just happens.
You can choose to use your. Oh, it always happens. doesn't it?
Guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Alright, kitty bits. I think you could take it. And that is giving you bardic inspiration.
Giving
So
you
you get a
bardic inspiration.
D6.
Oh, you can use it for your, you can use it any time. Is
I
that
can use
right?
mine anytime.
Is that use it any time?
Within like the next 10 minutes, I
Yep.
think.
So that'll be within the duel time. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this initiative or?
This is initiative.
Okay.
For 10 minutes, yeah. So you got a D6 you can use for whatever.
Oh, cool. I probably
What'd you get?
for my initiative.
Yeah.
18 and a 5.
Oh, yeah. 11.
Yeah, nice. So, as you are all riding along, as the cart moves slowly, you two are just going at it with blunt swords.
We're fucking on horses. I mean, camels, are we?
No,
Mounted combat.
you're not mounted combat. No, that would impose lots of disadvantages. No, but now you're just following the cart, but having some duels.
Yeah.
Roll me an attack.
8. And I'm pretty sure your AC is pretty high. 8 and 5 is
13.
13.
No, it doesn't hit. So you ricochet off and you guard and parry the attack. Go for it.
Sweet. I rolled 3, so.
A 3. And it continues on like this. As you
Um,
both duel, you do seem to parry each other quite well.
Can I action surge?
Yes, you can make as quickly as you see the parry hood come about. A swift attack comes in your direction, and you didn't expect it.
Can I use my bonus action to give me steady aim?
Which is,
Advantage on my next attack?
yeah,
So that's only a 13.
a 13.
Alright.
What'd you get? What's your armor class?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, okay, so that misses as well. So 2 attacks quickly don't strike
Good
you.
luck.
You two suck.
This is what makes it interesting, Bello. Come on.
So often these two are missing each other, not having a decisive blow.
I got a 2 and an 8. So yeah, same thing I had before.
Again, and
Yeah.
I'm going to stop it there because
You suck.
that's 3 or 4 attacks that haven't.
You could use your bardic inspiration, guy.
It seems like I feel like I'm cheating. All right. Well, then that would be.
Well,
nice.
Yeah.
I didn't use my d4s. I probably could have hit you before. I forgot.
No, I'm not going to use that.
Though,
Gentleman's duel.
though you both are skilled, you both also are equally skilled,
both
and you
suck.
and you both parry each other's attacks over and over during one of a few duels that you do perform against each other. Your arms hurt by the end of each day, but as you continue your way forward, as the environment changes
It's a good forearm.
from a light green to more of a
Okay.
dark green,
And as I do that, though, I will use prestidigitation to double check it. So I can make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour.
Mhm.
Would that object be his forehead?
yes.
And I'll give him like a frowny monobrow.
All right.
And-
Just
Angry
as
eyebrows.
we do the
2.0.
so for an hour.
Okay.
Wait, do I get an advantage on intimidation checks for that?
No, no, you don't. But your name now is Unibrow.
Suck my unibrow.
Yes,
No, it's will
Captain.
you. It's will you, Sugma.
Will.
And you continue your way. What else are you doing within these few weeks of travel?
Mostly sulking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and study this necklace a little bit more.
Okay.
In
Mostly I
regards,
want to
Mm-hmm.
see if I can become attuned to any special abilities it maybe has, and see if I can uncover any secrets.
All right. Make me an Arcana check.
There we go.
in regards to that, given that I'm assuming we're resting each night,
You are.
I would have prepared the identify spell
Sure.
and offered to attempt to identify the necklace for Bella.
Okay.
Yes, please. I rolled a 13. I can't tell shit about this necklace here.
I already told you it's conjuration and abjuration.
And I believe you, without even understanding what those things are. Why more like wondering if there's anything you can do to help me?
I might need to ask you. Actually, no, that's okay. We'll do it for next time. But blah 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 blah.
Are you ready to mingle? Do you have a Tinder profile active?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
And you can swipe right on this gentleman. No.
as you study them, you don't feel like there's anything familiar about it with that study. But as you hand it over to Sid and you cast the spell Identify, there is a spell that was used to create it. And that's all you can identify here. The spell that was used to identify this item, it is magical. You can definitely tell because it does give off a slight magic to it. You know that the voice is somewhere there. Whether that wasn't a temporary thing or whether that's going to happen again, you're not sure. But the spell that was used to create it is the most prominent part of this item. It was the wish spell.
I'd say this is probably a lot more powerful than we thought. I don't know exactly what it does, but someone used a wish to create this.
Oh wow. What a waste of a wish.
Oh wow!
Wow, I hold it up to Someone could have had anything in the world they wanted to wish for, and they wish for this shitty necklace.
But we don't know what it does yet.
It's at least pretty.
That's true, and it has the best power of all.
It's probably worth a lot.
That's exactly it.
I also would have attempted to identify the book. if
You
possible.
didn't gain anything from that. Nothing.
This
It is mundane.
Well,
is a book.
I guess I'll come back to the last one. We'll still can't shake the feeling that perhaps the book and the necklace is connected from what I saw. Would you mind if I spend some time with them both?
Yes, good. Take it off and throw it over. Please, you should, don't lose it.
And Luna, would you be okay with this? Come on. Surely you can see what I was getting to.
Maybe you should cut off one of your fingers.
There's gnats out tonight. Has anyone noticed that?
You should cut off a hand as, like, retribution.
I'm gonna wave my hand in front of Luna and go, "You are no longer upset at Wood."
Oh my gosh. You're still an idiot.
Yeah.
Can I inside check that?
Inside check what?
She's an idiot.
You can insight to see if Luna truly believes it.
I don't want to go down that road.
Okay.
Hey, look, I tried. I don't know what's going on with these tattoo things. I'm going through like magical puberty or something here, and a lot of shit I've just been thinking's been happening. But apparently, I can't make women not upset at you.
I look at fellow like, puberty's weird.
I'm discovering the magical body.
Luna, come now, tell me, what can I do? Set things right.
Is there anywhere on the way I can send a letter?
And there's nowhere that would be able to send it on your behalf, no.
Is there anywhere that I can send one from myself?
From yourself?
Yeah, from myself to not myself.
There are on the way, there are messengers on fast horse. You can try and stop one to see if they, I mean, they look like messengers because they've got bags,
I guess I'll
but
just
it's hard
ask
to know.
if any of them are going to Chrissy on the way.
Okay. On the way, I mean, it's a 3-week journey. There are a couple of people that you pass by that are going to Chrissy, yeah.
Then if one of them does, the first one that does, I'll be like, can you take a letter for me? I'll pay you.
You come across a dwarf who's going to Chrissy to do some gold panning along rivers, and he's got the generic looking dark brown beard, dark furrowed unibrow as well, and he looks to you. I'm going there, yes.
Like my
Can you
How much?
take a letter to the
How
tarot?
much?
Can you take a letter to the tarot
Of course I can.
How much?
How much?
What do you mean?
How much am I going to pay you to send a letter?
You pay me.
Yeah.
What?
What?
You're gonna take my letter then?
Oh!
This is a family member of yours?
Did I hear that she wants to send a letter
Yes.
to Chrissy?
Well, are you keeping it
What?
to yourself or?
No.
Okay, yeah, you do.
Wait, do you want to send something to Chrissy?
I live there. Not that you cared. I've said that already.
I'm hostile.
Cool. Can you take my letter or not?
I don't even want to meet. Yeah, I can.
Great.
Where to?
The terrace.
The terrace.
Yeah, family.
How will I know of them?
What do you mean, how will you know of them? Everyone knows of the terrace.
So it would be easy to find. I'm sorry, I've not heard, but I've not been in
no,
the
but
area.
when you go there, you will.
Okay. Okay.
Because they're like super privileged.
I'm sure I'll meet them then.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll at least hear of them because they shout it out loud every day at midday.
Midday.
You should explain to them how this interaction went. They'll pay you extra, I'm sure.
Very well.
They may tip you because they just have so much cash. They talk about it all the time, funnily enough. Anyway, how much?
For 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I guess I have that much cash just laying around.
Is that too much? I'm
No,
sorry.
it's fine. Here. And I give my letter.
All right.
And it's really actually just a torn up piece of paper. And this one is one line, so I'm just going to read it out loud. And it says, Dear Mum and Dad, I hate this. Please let me come home. I miss you. Luna.
All right.
Meow, meow, meow.
He takes it wordlessly then.
It's like, it's
Can I
barely
roll-
wrapped.
roll insight on whether he's actually going to take it if I get that
Sure.
impression.
Sure, go for it.
I suck. That's a 4.
It's a 4? Yeah, you reckon
It's
you
like a
reckon he'll
mini
take it?
envelope. It's
Yeah.
not even like a full-size envelope.
Yeah, you've got a
It's-
couple of those. Yeah, you got a little envelope there. This little envelope is going to go straight to Chrissy.
Yeah. Seems legit.
Yes.
No, I was just put my hand down.
I can help you.
What was your name, dwarf fellow?
Austin.
Osto.
Austin.
Osto.
Yeah.
I'll store your mail.
Are you saying that out loud?
That wasn't funny.
It was. He laughed.
Are you saying it out loud? That hood.
Yes.
Okay. He
Isn't
looks.
that my
He
name?
looks towards you and gives you a bit of a smirk, and you can see some gold teeth. Oh,
Don't laugh at him. I'm paying you.
very well, Matt. Luna.
I'm going to lean into
Savage.
to Abigail's
Um,
ear.
What news do you have from the road ahead of us? And how
Whoa.
we should-
Didn't come from Mo.
No, the road.
Oh, the road. Non-existent of anything interesting.
Safe travels, no
Yeah.
blockages.
No blockages at all. Straight to Wolf.
Have you been robbed?
No.
That's good. My letter will get there then.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm meeting some other teamsters on the way. So, my family.
Cool.
And then by there we'll be a bit safer.
Family's good.
Our family is very important.
You're right, it is. It should be respected at all costs.
100%. Yeah.
I'm glad we agree.
I would also agree with this.
Very well.
Well, lovely to meet you. We'll be on our way now.
And you. Goodbye.
Goodbye to your family.
And yours.
Yeah.
He takes off. He takes off. He rides into the horizon.
Oh, I fly off.
And you continue?
Yeah, have I gathered any
Yes, you have. You've
food
gathered.
items?
Yes, you have. You've gathered Ryu petals. They are violet and they are small. Edible blue petals called Ask blue petals. The skirtle herb. It is blue. And you get sort of over the course of the 3 weeks, you get about 2 handfuls of each, and you get the huge rock.
Huge rock.
Huge. The huge rock.
You say rock?
Rock. They're little pebbles, edible pebbles, actually quite soft. And they are. You've heard that they're a bit of a delicacy in some parts of the cuisine.
Give me my edible pets.
You guys want some goat?
Yeah, I will trust
Yeah,
you.
it pairs well with this rock. At some point, probably today, given how pissed everyone still is, I will try to use my cook's utensils to prepare maybe a goat, huge rock, and gas root soup.
All right. As you mold these things together on one of the nights, and the food does last, and it does go very well with the good berry.
I'll make
People are still eating.
garnish out of all these petals that I've found,
Mm-hmm.
and I will try to Or everyone in for dinner.
Just make an intelligence check for me to see how the presentation looks.
Presentation.
You're trying to.
I also have I've got proficiency with cooked utensils, so I don't know if you want me to roll.
Yeah, roll it
making food.
with the proficiency bonus.
So just a d20 and with cooked utensils, is that like survival plus
Intelligence.
Intelligence plus.
Plus your proficiency bonus.
No, I can't roll high. I rolled a 6, and I think that's the highest I've rolled.
That's fair.
Roll up a little bit.
Yeah, so it'd be another 8.
So 8 in total?
Oh wait, with intelligence.
Yeah.
It's a -1, so 7.
Sid tries. He really tries. He really puts together what he believes to be a nice
Does
combination.
it at least look pretty? Oh.
Fuck.
It looks like a plant had fallen on top of a pile of meat that has a little bit of sauce on the outside, but it's quite dry. Your goat is ruined. Velo.
Does it taste okay?
It's got licorice, a little bit of licorice overtones, a bit too much, and it overrides the goat quite substantially. There's nourishment there, but that's about it.
I'm going to. Oh, sorry.
Enough of that. We love licorice.
I'm going to
Drug.
crush a
We did Dutch.
blueberry
Uh-huh.
in my hands
Yeah.
and garnish my dish with it to hopefully give it a bit more moisture. And I'm gonna eat every fucking last bite of that dish.
Okay.
And at the end, look at you and go, "That was delectable. Thank you.
You need
That
to make
was the dinner
deception.
of a
Wait, does he know that his dinner was shit
friend.
Nope.
Of a true friend."
I'm glad you enjoyed it. And sometimes a good
Can I
meal
get-
can help people connect.
Then I'm fucking guarding myself, okay?
Awkwardly.
What am I doing?
Are you
Would
going to
it
roll
like a
inside
bowl
to
of
see if you
soup, is it,
believe
or-
her?
Well, I got a -1 on that, so. And I rolled a 2.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Hey, if Luna enjoyed it, you're probably quite aware that the other party members enjoyed it just as much.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone liked it.
You put your blood, sweat, and tears into this. And
Yeah, I actually
just
did bleed in a little bit. I couldn't clean it off, but
It tasted an irony flavour.
I almost I can't remember if I accidentally put like an actual pebble in there or one of these food drops, but
You know what? It wasn't too crunchy. It was a little bit like tough in places, but it was almost like a fun challenge.
that's good. I'm glad. I tried to make a soup because I know you like them, so
Thank you. But
I might write this recipe down.
No, it
We can
was
have it more often.
quite good.
This slop reminds me of my childhood. I'm just gonna tip my head up and start pouring it down my throat. Like a little baby bird.
This is just phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I have eaten rodents.
Can I roll insight on hook?
Yes, sure.
And this is like the best thing I have ever eaten ever.
You need to roll deception, please.
My inside was still a 1.
Yeah, this does make up.
Alright. What are we doing?
You're rolling inside.
No, he's rolling.
I'm rolling.
Oh, you're rolling deception, of course. Sorry.
What was your inside?
No,
Yeah, one.
okay, you went to fail.
It was a 2 -1.
But Luna's rolling inside as well.
My deception would be a 12.
Mine was a dirty 20.
Again. Jeez. He is lying. A lot.
We
Sid.
can do with the information.
Do I get like some form of inspiration from all these compliments that I'm thinking it's true?
Sid,
You actually do. I'll give you
Mine is
D4 inspiration.
I'm down with that.
Mine was true. It does remind me of my child.
Yeah.
hey Sid.
The orphanage.
Yeah.
The orphanage one?
The orphan eating gruel.
Oh, yeah.
I meant
pretty
more
good.
like being fed by my bird mother.
Every person that watches us has left.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure at this
100%.
point.
100%.
Sid, would you accompany me on a walk? On a walk?
I would love to.
Where are the seconds, Sid?
It's more in the pot.
Nah, I'll go
Don't
myself.
waste them on him.
Oh, please. Let's wait until they take their walk before we get into
No,
the
let's go, Bella. We could do some good things with this.
Don't let them Bring it
the
with
cart?
us.
They liked it.
No.
Just
they-
let them enjoy a bit extra. There's plenty of goat.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you should enjoy it.
Leave all of it here with us.
I've put a bit more of these ingredients. We can make this again.
Let's go.
I'd love it. I'm feeling good. It's a good night.
The second we are out of earshot, I turned to him and said, "Hood's lying to you."
The second they're out of view shot, I'm going to pick up that pot, the whole pot, and just fly off. With it.
Okay, you fly high in the air.
Miguel's like, I was really planning for a solid session.
I need both of you to make me a perception check, and you need to make me a. If you're trying to hide this from them, you are easily seen in the
Do I
air.
get to make a perception
What
check?
time of day is it?
It's morning.
Oh, so I'm wearing my blue robes.
You are, but the pot is sort of a grey, dark grey,
Big old-
floating in the
Don't worry.
air.
I got negatives in all these rolls. This is working out. I'm just going to have a
Oh
great day.
no.
Why?
Do I get to roll perception?
Yeah.
There's a 19 minus 1, so 18.
Oh crap!
Yeah. Cool. This is 17.
A 17. Okay. Are you trying to hide the pot from the
No, I'm
view?
just waiting until I'm far enough away. I'll fly up into a
You're
cloud.
trying to hide.
No, I'm not trying to hide it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to dump it.
You both watch, or all three of you watch, as Velo flies into the air with the cauldron, still with the goat stew in it, and you watch him fly behind a cloud and then disappear.
Where's she going with the shoe?
She is a bird. She does some weird things.
Who really wanted some?
No, he didn't. I'm sorry to tell you, but he was absolutely lying to your face like a fake friend.
Jeez. Way to split the party.
He wouldn't do that. We got the friendship bracelets.
Sid, look to me. Right now.
Man, back a little bit.
I have no reason to lie to you.
You've been pissed off at him for quite a while now.
Yeah, you're right. I have been. I have been. But do you know who I'm not pissed off at? You.
For once. Alright. I'm digging. I can get down with that.
Not with me, but yeah. You,
Let's.
with the attitude, I guess. He is, however, lying to you, and you might want to take that bracelet back.
I'm gonna point in Hood's direction.
I bet you he tells you how good it is, and he has this weird, like, twisted face.
Actually, can I try to like duck behind a tree or something? That's still been able to visually see Hood.
Yes.
Alright. Would you like me to roll stealth?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry.
It's still shooting. 11.
So you're trying to hide from Hood.
Yeah, so
Okay.
what I'm doing is I'm ducking behind a tree or something where I can still see him, and I'm gonna go, "Hey, buddy, how's that second helping going? Is it good?"
In your voice?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a perception check to see if you can see.
I don't think I
Sid.
would though.
You wouldn't?
No, because
Okay, that's all right. Well, you hear that in your mind as you recognize Sid's voice, and the message
Wait,
is
you doing it in
received.
my voice or?
No, I'm
No, no,
doing
in
Oh,
Sid's.
okay, yeah. What are you asking?
How the second helping is.
That's a good
Hey,
one.
buddy, how's that second helping going? Is
Did
it
I have an
good?
opportunity to get it?
No, Bella just flew.
It's the first time you talked in my mind that I know of, isn't it?
Yeah.
What?
Where'd the accent go?
What the fuck?
Arnie.
Oh,
You sound quite gruff. You know, you can respond to me.
oh yeah. Well, I didn't get that second helping. I was looking forward to it.
Can I insight?
Not from there. Not from that distance. I'm sorry. No.
I'll get back to you. He said he was looking forward to it, but
Yeah, but did he have that screwed up face on?
I can't see where.
Well, then how are you able to tell?
What's
Why would I
going?
bring
What's
you
going
over
on?
here to lie to you? What do I gain from that? Turning someone else against me? Yay.
No one's against you.
I don't know. Feels like there's a pink-skinned person and a cat against me at the moment.
Jesus.
Did you say, Vela, that you were tipping over the cauldron of
Oh, no.
soup?
Yeah, I'm dumping it into the cloud.
Okay. Cool. That's fine.
I'll come back down to land.
Yeah, and the pot is empty. The pot is empty. Next, you land back next to Hood. At that point, you do see Velo come back.
With the
Sid.
pot?
With the pot.
I've got to worry more about Bella.
If there's an opportunity to talk to Velo privately, I'll talk to him as well.
Sure.
Don't worry. It's all gone.
Come on now. You did a good job.
Yes, I suppose. Of what, though?
The cooking and the eating.
Did you eat the same thing?
Well, yes, it wasn't as good as perhaps you maybe have imagined, but
See
you
that
can't
screwed
just
up
tell
face?
him that it's horrible
No,
and
I'm
dump
not
the
gonna tell him
pot.
that.
But you did exactly
I mean,
worse.
no.
Where's the food? There's no more.
I ate it all. No, because it was so delicious.
Yes, I don't think there's enough there for us to eat together.
There's about a half a pot left. It's a big pot.
Well, look, you tell him, but like I look, I've eaten horrible things, and like this is decent at least.
That's a lie, and you know it. Now let us both commit to that lie.
Look, I'd prefer to eat this than the rats and things in the cages.
How's the rat cooked?
Well, normally not.
Like this?
Yeah, I'd prefer at least half cooked.
Yeah.
Better than not cooked at all. At least there's salt and, like, I don't know, leaves and things in here.
Yes. And a rock.
Well, you might get, yeah, well, I hope I don't poop that out.
I'm glad we find this funny.
Alright, anyway, he'll come back.
Keep a strong face, he's our friend.
Yes,
Happy.
that's why I'm going to lie. So I'm not going to tell her the truth. She'll come back, I'll say, oh, it was so yummy, when I took it all, I didn't eat broccoli.
Yeah, we gave it the glitter farts and
I'm,
shit. It'll be
I'm a
fine.
selfish old bird. I
Yeah.
have to have all the stew for myself. Naughty me.
Yeah.
I'll have to catch another goat to make
Masticate it to your baby
it.
birds.
This time I'll cook.
Sid and Luna, at this point, you're still looking over at Velo and Hood, and you're close by.
Are they arguing? Can we see?
You can see that they are speaking to each other, but you don't notice from this distance.
Can we see Velo fly back down with the pot?
Yeah.
You just saw that, right?
I'm pretty sure that's on Bella.
Velo just flew back down with the pot.
You might be onto something.
Again, I don't have a reason to lie to you. Usually I would not tell you anything to protect your feelings.
What did the card say?
Allow me to check. Yes, I'll check my cards.
The one you sent me, or you're drawing a new
No,
one?
if this is a different day,
It is,
then
yeah.
I'll draw a new one.
Cool.
This specific situation and this situation only.
Mistress pure evil.
This makes no sense. This one's abuse. And it's a reminder that you should not give up on the people around you, but mostly the person right in front of you, me.
Are you rolling? Are you going to roll this
Well,
actually
no,
again for
it
me?
does. Hold on. In my defense, the description of the card is a reminder of inspiration, sign of strength sometimes where least expected, and a reminder not to give up.
Are
A
you-
reminder of the relationships around you.
All right. Are you showing Sid this card, or are you just speaking from it?
Well, it doesn't have writing on it. It's just card.
Oh, sure, of course.
But I will
show-
show it to
okay,
him,
cool.
which is here somewhere. in my cards.
So you.
This one.
Yeah, there we go. Beautiful.
Elder abuse.
Kind of looks like you a little bit.
It does.
Who did that one? Your mum or your dad?
This one was my dad.
Well, I mean, I meant what I said the other day. To be fair, when you first told me about the cards, I did think they were kind of bullshit. But I've seen enough come around, and this is a good example of it. You should maybe heed your own advice with the cards here. I think we do need to find companionship
He
with those
started
around
it.
us. I think he's actually been serious when he's asked you to read the cards for him. You haven't done it for him yet.
No, and do you know why? Because he made fun of them. The first thing he did was make fun of them. How can I take someone like that seriously?
I mean, look at us now. I made fun of the cards when I first heard about them.
Yeah, but it was very obvious that you would like just trying to impress and pick up the people around you.
Yeah, but that's me.
Yeah,
It's anything to do with
Exactly.
everything.
there's a difference between trying to be sarcastic and like cool to impress people versus actually trying to not necessarily be harmful, but just say what you think. And it's not even just the one time, it's a reinforcement. It's happened more than once, and I don't think I've done anything to make you guys not trust me. I don't know why
I
he
think
took,
anyone doesn't trust you.
but he took her side. He took her side.
I think it's that. Really?
He
Storm
took
in a teacup?
her side.
Yeah, fuck her. I hate her. I hate her, is what I meant to
It's
say.
not about that though. It's about the fact that. Do you know I've killed people for you guys? I've never killed anyone in my life. I've never even seen someone dead before you people. And I killed someone for you.
You know, I never killed anyone before meeting you guys either.
Okay, great.
Far away.
Then you realize how much of a big deal it is, right? You would understand how much of a big deal it was. And I've watched you guys do things that I would never approve of, and I haven't told anyone. I haven't reported you to anyone, and I haven't told you to stop. And he stood up for her.
So tell him that. It'd be
I
pretty
shouldn't
big.
have to. It's not just that. It's the follow-up. Oh, I'm just some privileged person that's just along for the ride. Do you think I'd be here if I wanted to?
I don't know. All I'm saying is, feel how hurt you are now. He might not be showing it, but he might be feeling something.
I don't think he is. Because if he was, I think he'd talk about it.
He's an aloof little kitty. Obviously had a bit of a hard time.
He's
in the
not
past.
aloof enough to pick up a demon book and to defend his organization at all costs. It's about being selfish. His cause is more important than ours.
Don't
And I
worry.
get it. Everyone feels that way. You feel that way about your family. Your family to you is more important than my family is to you. Makes sense. That's how it works. But you don't say that to someone's face. And you don't dismiss them for their beliefs.
I'll tell him this then.
What do you think that argument was?
You know, maybe not this direct.
I don't know, I think that was pretty direct.
He's pretty thick. Thicker than me at times.
Why is that my problem? It's not my responsibility to educate him.
might
I'm
not
not-
be your problem, but if
Some sort of a teacher that travels the universe to educate people. It's not my responsibility to make people fit in and understand where they should. He should be open to that. And if he's not, he needs to realize his ignorance. Because that's what responsibility is. I have barely left my town, and I understand that. Why can't he?
I don't know. If no one's going to offer the olive branch and talk to each other
But it's
properly.
not about the olive branch. It's about not being a piece of shit.
I don't know what to tell you here. My suggestion would be you give him a card reading. I think that'll go
Why?
a long way. Well, it's up to you. If you want to be upset with him the whole time,
But why is
You
it
can,
my
it's-
responsibility? Why is it up to me?
I'll be telling him something similar if this ever comes up. But I think he did kind of reach out a couple of times.
I don't feel
And I guess we're at a stalemate. That's. I don't know what to
that.
tell
All
you.
I can tell you is that I respect you, but this is incredibly invalidating. Just because I have come from a background that's different to all of you doesn't mean that I am wiser, more responsible, in charge of educating or reaching out olive branches. That's not up to me. It's everyone's responsibility, and I didn't disrespect him. I disrespected her, and I understand that. I absolutely disrespected her after she disrespected me. But Hood disrespected me for not wanting her to come along. He chose that argument for a decision that I made. So if anyone needs to offer an olive branch, it's him. And the next time someone calls me privileged, well, you saw what happened at the bathhouse.
You said they're going to be seeing stars. Well, maybe show him the stars. He likes a good spa. Need some respect out of him.
No. Just sick of fighting for respect. It's been like barely a couple of months. Still just some privileged, naive little girl.
I think people show their respect in different ways. If I didn't think you were worth my time, I wouldn't make fun of certain
Then
things just
stop
like I do with
defending
them.
Hood. He doesn't need you to defend him.
I'm to tell him the same thing that I'm telling you.
Great. Go on.
Hey, Hood!
Bit too far away. The wind has picked up now a little bit, and that conversation continues, but you don't hear that call out. You are sort of glancing over at Luna and Sid speaking to each other. They're probably about 60 meters away or so, so it's still far that you won't, with the wind that's there, won't pick up too much.
Hey, Hood!
There it is. The message it does
I go
enter
to
your
Marjorie
mind.
at this point.
Marjorie is where Hood and Bello are.
Yeah, cool. So it'll be like ships in the wind,
Yep.
hopefully.
But you don't want more stew, Luna?
We ate all the stew, I'm sorry. The stew's all gone.
You should mix in a good berry seasoning, Bello.
I couldn't possibly with all that stew I just ate.
No, I mean,
Yummy,
next time
yummy.
you eat the stew, if you want just a little bit of extra flavor or moisture, it makes it really nice.
Alright, I will do that. You couldn't possibly couldn't hurt at all.
Not as much as these comments.
So what's happening?
Yeah, what's up, boy?
I'm just gonna sit there with my last little portion of last little bit of stew, teeniest amount to still in the bowl, just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can I make a sleight of hand check to see that off him?
You can make a sleight of hand, while you also make a perception to
While
see if you
holding it
notice.
in my hand.
Yep. Well, if you're holding it, you'll have to do so with disadvantage. There,
That's
Hood.
not 20.
That's funny. Hold on, I might roll it.
Mushroom.
Oh.
Sleight of hand, that's 27.
Oh. It's not bad.
It does
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
very
Hey,
close.
good job.
Thanks.
You almost
You can't see what's happening.
have it in your mouth.
That was Emily.
This lovely spoonful of stew that is goat, kind of.
The
But
greatest of all time.
you suddenly look down again as you're about to put it in your beak to eat it, and it's gone.
Can I see where it's gone?
No clue at all.
Oh no!
I'm gonna make this like snatch it in.
Oh, you're obviously
Yeah.
Oh, Rook, don't steal my stew.
Who's wrong?
Oh, wait.
Don't steal my stew.
I'll whisper to him like, right later, and then I'm gonna do that like little ice cream thing and touch him on his beak with a spoon.
Oh, I was so looking forward to that last morsel. I guess it's yours now. Oh well.
Delicious.
I'm like 60 feet away.
Yeah.
Can I roll insight on this?
You already know that it wasn't a good
Oh,
stew.
great, it's the same roll.
So at the
On
moment,
wind.
Sid is near a fair way away.
But I've
Hood-
been able to see that little exchange
Yes,
from the distance.
yes.
Yeah, I saw that bit of food. I
You're,
was so happy with it.
are you answering Sid as he's calling you, Hood?
Yeah, I said, yeah, boy.
Are you going up to him, or are you simply just replying?
Yeah, I'll put my spoon and bowl down.
You head over to Sid, and you come back over to Bello.
Boys suck.
Yes. Yes, they do. All youth suck. Regardless of gender or species.
What are you two doing? What are you two doing?
Oh man, Luna had me worried that you didn't like the shoe and you were lying to me, but I saw you steal Bellows to get that last little bit.
It was good.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't know what.
If only you could roll an insight check.
You know,
I've been
Luna
upset with you
like 3 times.
But the better part of 2 weeks.
Ah, look, it's been a week and a half, yeah.
Yeah, and you know Luna's been upset with me.
Yeah.
I've attempted to talk to her, but she will not join. I threw the swords out for the duel too, but then again, Bella didn't join, so maybe it was a female thing. I don't know.
Old woman.
You gotta do something, she said.
What do it? Every time I attempt to talk to her, she's like, "Oh, you don't protect me. Oh, I'm so sad. I come from place of privilege." What do I do with that? There's no talking to her. Perhaps action will speak louder than words when we're in trouble. Probably both. I would protect her.
Just
She's obviously not as experienced as perhaps us.
she's surprised that she saw her in the bathhouse.
I did,
Burn the shit out of those people.
and I congratulated her. And when the Rat King was there, or the Mouse King, Michele,
Who's Michele?
she was the only one who picked up on the things that were happening, and I told her this, but she has a lesser memory than most elves, I would imagine.
Wow, way to insult me continuously.
Hey, you're not here.
That was Emily.
She seems to have a short memory.
She's obviously upset about the comments about her family.
Well, the point I tried to make was that I asked her to make the decision. She said it was up to us, and it was up to her. She was the only one that was perhaps needing to see the weight of what a decision is.
Look, you're both probably not right, you're both probably not wrong. But it's doing my fucking head in.
Well,
I'll give you the hot tip. today is a good day to throw out an olive branch. Ask her seriously to give you a card reading.
I've asked her about this.
Go and be sincere.
I've been sincere, and she seems to think for the same purpose of our friend that we just made, Korus. Seems to get her wound up something so tight that she acts out. I genuinely meant when she could read me a card reading. She seemed to think I took the piss out of it. Perhaps there's something else going on within the house. But it worries me. The way she acts might reveal things that I'm trying to hide. She couldn't even remember my name after we've been through the things that we've been. And that could put me into some serious trouble. And though I admit, I can see the respect that she has for her family, and I hope the best for them, but they're children that might die. If she fucks things up again.
Well, don't get angry and tell her this. I've told her to tell you. She's going through what she's feeling. The only reason I'm following you, or doing stuff with all of you, is because it's been fun. This shit is not fun.
No, this
Watching
isn't.
Velo fly away, these arguments. I cook a really nice meal that everyone loves, and it still can't even bring everyone together.
I know. This isn't a failing of you, Sid. You've done well.
Just go talk to her.
I
Don't
shall.
be a dick. Don't get angry. It's not about who gets out on top. Just go sort your shit out. Bardic inspiration.
You receive your bardic inspiration for the next hour,
Maybe
Velo.
use that.
While that conversation's
Yeah.
going on, I'm going to give some sage advice. Listen, you roasted your parents. He got you pretty good. And the only way to make peace is for you to get an equally good burn back on him. Now, I'm pretty sure his parents are dead, and yours are alive. So that puts you in a position immediately.
I'm not mean.
Nothing mean about it. It's a way to make peace.
I respect you because you are older and have far more experience than me.
Thank you. Let me show you how to put this to bed. These are your cards. They're imaginary. Look, I've drawn a card for you. Oh, it's your parents are dead. Card. I gotcha. Then you all have a jolly laugh, and we never tell the truth about that stew. And on we go on our adventure. You can get him 2 times. You can be like, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, they're still dead. Different card, still dead.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Then don't laugh. It's not a joke. That is fun.
That was amusing. But mean.
Or, when he challenges you to a duel, take the sword and kick him right in the balls.
Or
Right in the balls.
I
Sorry,
could. Or I could just light myself up again. Set everything on fire.
I'm gonna get lit.
Like radiant
Oh,
fire.
you could do that. Or you could pull the your parents are dead card,
Or
which is ultimately far more devastating.
hold on, wait. You and I.
Because I can heal the burn, but not the pain.
You and I have similar magic, right? So every night before we go to bed, we could turn into ants or mosquitoes. We just sneak on in there
Hiding into his ear.
and we bite.
Like that, I'm your dead mother.
We don't.
Go apologize.
We don't say anything. We just bite him, and then we fly away. And then 15 minutes later, we fly back. We bite him again. We fly away. We do this enough so that he's covered in bites, and he can never recover. And the best part is, he doesn't know it's us.
All that's going to happen if we do that is you and I are going to have to fight a bunch of fleas. as mosquitoes.
Or we could be fleas as well. And join them. Spread.
I don't know about you, but do you think you're going to be able to tell the difference between ball fur and arm fur? Because that's a dangerous game you want to play.
Hold on. We choose when we turn into these animals, so
Yes, but
would just position yourself in a place to be on the complete opposite end of the anatomy. But that's. Have you done this before?
yes, it gets confusing at that scale.
You still haven't even named your elemental. I don't know why I'm asking you questions.
Find out what his parents would call it, name it that. That's a good one.
I'm not mean.
Neither have I. I've tried to make peace here.
Going about it a very different way than I ever
That's
expected.
experience talking, trust me.
Are you okay? You sound really nasally.
Start slowly to keep it together.
You should sleep.
Jeez.
But like eternally.
I will. I will.
That was a joke.
That's it. You're getting it. See, sometimes the most
I
savage.
taught you this.
Yes, but the most savage of burns can sometimes bring people closer together.
Do you feel closer to me?
Yes.
Inside.
I do.
Yeah, you absolutely believe that.
That's 2 weeks in a row there. Okay, share that little tip.
Yep. Just beautiful.
I guess I will take your advice and put it in my pocket.
That's it. Like this stew. Like this stew.
So with that, very
This is not the end of the
Michaela was
campaign.
like, I'd like to play D&D, and we were like, we want couples therapy.
with
Pretty
that
sure we had a
conver-
battle map ready for tonight.
with that conversation.
I want a hoedown throwdown right now.
With that conversation that essentially was
Good advice.
This is week 1.
was unheard and not taken aboard. It seems, even though you feel like Velo, your advice was sound and from a good place. You end up together again, and you eventually continue down the road.
Everyone dies.
And you continue your travel.
One more
Please,
investigation check on that chest.
Oh yeah, sure, go for it.
Only someone could detect magic.
Come in and say hello.
I say Velo.
I hope this helps, but I'm going to get you to check that. Nat 20.
You can check out Sid's chest all you want.
Nat 20 on the chest.
Okay. All right.
Plus-
This is the chest that
This is that wooden one I've been
Sure.
trying to figure out for ages.
you look a little bit closer at it now, and there is a scene. But that's it. That's all you see.
Is
It's not a scene, it's a goddamn arms race.
There's a Simon.
Hey, thanks, Millennial.
There you go.
But that is all you find in the time that you had in that conversation. And then they return, and you're sort of almost distracted, and you look back down at it. It's gone.
Where was this?
It was probably so the chest itself is probably about 20 centimeters high.
Yeah.
Or it was actually at the 20 centimeter mark that it then starts to curl around at the top. But it's at that 20 centimeter mark that you saw a line.
So it's got a curved top.
Yeah. And it was just where the curve starts and the flat side starts that you saw a little line. But looking back, no longer there.
Is everything invisible? Okay, cool.
Anything else you want to do before you go again? All right. Once again, the letter being sent, the conversation has been had, you continue on. You do grab, every night, there does seem to be either a rabbit or a hare or a goat that you do take from the wildlands around you. Are you cooking it? Or are you
Don't worry. Don't worry.
No, I've got more.
No, God, no. No, no. I wouldn't dream of it.
You hunted, I cook. Good cleans.
No, surely Hood should have a go at cooking. It's only fair that we...
I can cook.
Yes, please, you can cook. It's only fair that we should spread this responsibility around. Put you to labour all the time. You work.
It's a labour of love. I enjoy doing it.
Well, I love you resting and being well rested.
Perhaps like
And I'll show my
2 by 2.
appreciation by cooking you a nice meal.
Oh, okay, here you go.
Why don't we support one another? I help him, you help me. Luna helps me cook a meal.
I can help you if you like.
It's really a communal thing. Everyone cooks together.
I'm good.
I'll take the ass part of it.
I guess I'll just sit here and wait to be served my 3-course meal.
2 of those courses are going to be the
A
ass.
butler will approach with a
A
towel
butler?
on arm. Because I can just conjure those out of the dark.
Luna, come on, you're being overwhelming now. Just say what's your meaning. I know you're pissed off at me. Stop being sarcastic.
There's gnats out tonight. More of them.
That's money, isn't
Luna, if you're not going to talk to me, this trip is not going to be very productive.
I need you to roll an intelligence check with advantage as you, 3 of you, cook the next few meals together. And use your intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
Lovely. Just tasting a couple of the herbs and a couple of the mushrooms that you've seen along the way, and taking from a nearby
You said
lake.
advantage, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Taking water from a nearby lake, fresh water, you managed to put together a very decent soup. You're very impressed, Sid.
So I'm part of this cooking.
Yes, and it rivals you're the first one that you made.
When I taste it, I go, I'm real sorry, guys. I don't know if the first one was just a fluke, but this just doesn't taste the same as that night. I mean, it's good. It's good. I think it tastes good because we all did it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get it down pat one day, get back to the way it was.
It's okay, friend. You just cannot emulate those things sometimes.
Just a flash of inspiration on the night.
Maybe it needs more rock.
Or maybe it's a pigeon flying into the sky and turning with an empty pot. A lying cat.
I don't know, maybe that was a card drawn or something, but you could come over here and help us.
No, I will relax while my servants do it for me.
Is this what we are, servants to you?
Well, that's what you assumed you were, so I guess so. I'm just so privileged, you see.
Just gonna quietly sidle up to Sid. Back away from the 2 of them.
As we're backing away, I go, you told us something about like drawing the dead parents card or something?
I'm gonna get closer to Sid and whisper to him, how am I supposed to work with this?
No, you fucking go back over there and follow.
Yeah, just push him back away.
Am I in the pot?
No, you haven't fallen into
It's a
the
cooked
fire.
cat.
No.
Alright, so Luna, let's sort the shit out now. I'm sick of this. It's been 2 weeks.
That didn't sound like an apology.
Well, no. Let's talk.
Words exiting my mouth. Feels like talk. But I guess I have people to do that for me too.
And I look over to Velo and Sid.
They're
Are you both going to talk for Luna right now? Because she thinks that there is somebody that's going to do it.
Sigma! And then I keep.
Exactly. Luna, there's no one here to talk for you. Let's sort this out now.
I don't know. Am I not a person of privilege? Do I not have people everywhere to talk for me?
Oh my gosh, the frustration I am feeling right now is overwhelming. Can you not just talk to me like a
You
person?
may even match the frustration I felt when you spoke to me.
Then speak to me.
Oh, I did. Just now. Is that not words exiting my mouth? You okay? Can you
Is
hear
there
me?
no resolution between us?
I'm sorry. Are you apologizing?
I will,
Go on.
but give me a reason to.
Allow me to write you a list. Maybe by the time we arrive, you will be able to read it.
I wish to understand, Luna. Something that you haven't given me. Tell me.
I'm sorry, all
Please
the
tell
privilege
me.
jokes. They
We've
just
been together for
it
months.
felt like they lent
All
towards
the
what you were
privileged
saying.
jokes.
Yeah.
One moment, and you
Yeah.
disregard me so easily.
Yeah, but one moment of many things you said.
Come to me then. Tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just come over on your command and tell you everything that I've already told you. Don't disrespect my family. Don't disrespect my cards. Don't pick people that are pink and mystical over me.
3 things.
Oh, there are subcategories, but I chose not to be petty. Also, if you ever call me privileged again,
I'm going to be honest with you.
go.
I am
Please.
sorry.
You haven't done it in the past.
I am sorry
For?
making you feel like that.
Good.
I am sorry that I made you feel like you were underwhelmed when we met our friend briefly. I am sorry that you think that I think your cards are...
Don't apologize for things you think I think. Oh, I'm so sorry that you think I think this. That's dismissive. Are you sorry or are you not?
I am sorry.
Cool. So say it.
I wish for us to work together. There are things that you need.
Have I ever not worked with you aside from these last few weeks?
Yes.
How?
These last few weeks are some of the longest ones we've spent.
Yeah, and I said before this, have I ever given you a reason to think that I'm not working with you? Did I not fight alongside you? Did I not allow you to trade a body for your company?
Yes.
I
You
did,
have.
didn't I? And do you think that maybe that was against my better judgment? And did I do it anyway?
You did.
Have I worked along the Mouse King all this time after not liking him at all, but for the benefit of you and our friends?
You seem to be a little bit struck.
But do you not see what I'm saying? I've worked alongside you all without asking you for anything in return. Have I ever asked anything of you?
Luna.
Have I ever asked you to do anything for me?
No, you haven't.
You're right, I haven't.
What is it you want?
To not be dismissed.
When have I dismissed you?
There was a whole speech. There was a whole speech of you dismissing me.
Are you talking about the woman?
Yeah,
That wasn't dismissive. I wanted you to make a choice.
and I did. I did before that conversation. I made that choice.
You made a suggestion.
Is a suggestion not a choice without forcing your hand because I value the opinion of my friends?
I think at times you need to make a proper choice. One direct. One, I have
think
no
I was
idea
pretty
why you
direct.
are here, Luna.
I think I was pretty
Why are you
direct.
here with us?
Because I don't have anywhere else to go, Hood. Where would I go?
I don't know. You seem to have a backing of a family we were in rote. You could be anywhere
Where
other
the
than
fuck
us.
is Rote? Where is
Sorry,
Rote?
right. In Old Reki. You seem to be the best known of the three of us. You have a lot more going for you that is well known.
The best known. Hmm. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about my long, extensive history with the owner of the bathhouse. I forgot to tell you that how long I've known
No, you
the
are over presuming.
owner of the postal shop. Yes, you're right, I do have extensive relationships with these people. Enough so that I could live with them on a whim. I don't have anywhere to go, Hood.
Your family will not take you back.
I told you why I'm traveling with you. I told you that I was told to leave.
No exceptions,
And
no
not
nothing.
to come back. I don't know why. Unless you have an answer, then I don't have anywhere else to go. So it's you three, or it's nowhere.
Well then, perhaps you should listen to us.
Oh, you're right. I should listen to you. Naive little girls should listen to you.
This is not what I'm
What do you
saying.
want? For me to have an opinion, or for me to listen to you? Because you're giving me mixed signals.
You're-
If you want me to have an opinion, I gave you my opinion. If you don't want me to have an opinion, then I will continue to stay silent like I have these last few weeks. Decide. What do you want?
I don't see an end to this conversation, to be honest.
Because you don't understand.
Give me something to understand.
What more do you want?
All I know is you've left your family and they've told you to not come back.
I have told you every single thing. Don't disrespect my cards. Don't disrespect my
I have
family.
never disrespected
I
your
have made a
parents.
decision. I've literally told you everything that I've thought. And it's when you don't agree that it doesn't meet your standards and I should share more information with you. I have been nothing but honest, transparent this entire journey, to the point where, unfortunately, yes, I did forget that you were going by some alias that you invented. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm not trying to hurt you, but it feels like you're trying to hurt me. Because you stood in front of our friends and a stranger and called me privileged.
Right now, I don't see you any more different than the Fae we've dealt with. Your anger is too far gone.
You're right, I am angry. Because you're not trying to understand.
This
You're
is
trying to get your way. And I can't go that way because I've given you everything and you're not listening. And that's not my problem, that's yours.
Perhaps it is my problem.
You're right, it is.
I have a lot riding on what I need to be done.
And have I worked against you?
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry. Who gave you the mushrooms?
you might be here.
Who took you to Ash and Nyx? Who found out about Ash and Nyx? Hood.
What you do, it's what I need to do into great turmoil.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I've worked against you this entire time, you're right.
Your outlandish arguments and your incompetence to understand what is perhaps happening around us is not going to make my job easier. You must understand this has nothing to do with the four of us. I'm here to support people that are in need. I've had to get families out. I've had to
Am
help
I
people.
working against you?
Your arrogance is.
Give me an example.
Every time you bring up your name, it frightens me.
Oh. When's the last time I said my full name out
Several
loud?
times in Old Reki. People
My-
can pick you.
Did I say my full name out loud, or did people recognize me, Hood?
It doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Oh, so you're judging me on other people's perceptions.
Again.
Sounds like a you problem, Hood.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. I've said that 3 times now.
Well then I'm sorry. But that's not my fault.
And for the fact I think you took our friend away to dob me in. My gosh, I'm just trying to help him. Keep him.
Why are you lying?
Sometimes you have to lie. To keep others safe. And I think you might learn that when you talk about your family. Do you think going around all of this countryside being noticed for who you are is not going to come back to them?
Who's noticing me?
We were only in Aldoreki for a few weeks. And a lot of people already noticed us.
Yeah? And
And what happens to your
was
family?
it because I told them?
They know you.
Was it because I told them, Hood?
You accepted it.
Was it because I told
No.
them?
No.
Then whose fault is that? Did I build my reputation?
I cannot answer that.
You're right, you can't, because you don't understand and you're not listening to me, Hood. I didn't build my reputation, my family did.
What do you want me to do then? What can even this out? Give me Keel.
At the moment, nothing.
Then there isn't a resolve here.
You're
I've
right,
asked you several times what to do.
and I've told you when you're not listening, and that's the problem.
You haven't given me a resolve.
I feel like I have. You just don't understand.
I don't, and I'm sorry.
You should be.
I'll nudge Velo and go. This looks like it's going well. And that might be at the verge of a breakthrough here.
Hopefully she's talked enough shit about his folks now.
Yeah.
We can go back in, they've made peace.
I feel like it's gonna go. I got hope.
In fact, let's check in.
I was just, I don't know. My vision's been terrible lately. I can't see shit.
We'll make our way back.
You go back to a fairly quiet end, and there's no real need to understand here that there has not been, in fact, a resolution, as they both are on different sides of the cart and unspeaking. And you sort of have a vision that there is a resolution that's not forthcoming either. But with that, silently, with that awareness, the silence is respected, and you start to move once again.
No, it's not. I make awkward conversation the whole time.
There'll not be
Yeah.
one moment of silence in this
All right.
camp. Because we unpack
As
them.
Velo starts to speak again.
Oh, just chatting. Just chatting.
Okay. As Velo's voice echoes in the night and the days pass. And as the days pass, you get ever closer to Wove. And you can see on that last day, with the nights of silence and small talk and the meals, you finally, after those few weeks, see in the distance a mountainside where a tall city on top of a mountain with what looked to be massive stone stairs rise up towards it to greet you. And in the distance is Wove, with a population, merchants, a peoples of all races heading towards and away from it. And there, around this city as well, your very first vision, giants. And with that in mind, we'll leave it there for tonight. Cool.
I have sent you a text that you should
Alright.
subtly look at.
Yeah, all right, let's have a bit of a look. Thank you, everybody, for having a bit of a look through us on this journey. That was fantastic. we are going to end tonight with another code word. So if you've stuck around and you are wanting to get an extra
Can you
entry,
use this code word on both giveaways?
yeah, you'll be able to use this code on both giveaways: the Aeon Craft giveaway and the Meeples and Dragons Class Glass giveaway, the Sorcerer, to have your extra entry. If you want to reply to the tweets that we put up on our Twitter with this word somewhere in there, then you'll be able to get an extra entry. The word is giant. So put your extra entry in, and we are going to raid. We're going to raid someone, which is pretty cool. Here we go. Here we go. I'll just punch it in and see if we've got a.
So we picked this person specifically because they have the word fate in their title, and that is the only reason that we have picked them. So please stick around to shed. Whoa! Shed your skin. It'll be
Ew.
to share the fates.
Yeah.
Grip
Awesome.
love, I guess.
Shadow grip love.
Yeah, there they are.
Go on, grippers.
All right. With that, we'll say goodnight.
The grips of fate.
Have a great night, everybody. We'll see if we count down. If not, have a great night, everybody.
Will it count down?
Yeah, it looks like it's counting down.
I
Have a lovely evening. We'll
I
see
feel like
everybody
you
next
can-
week.
Again, thanks for
Awesome.
joining. Been amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching me
Ciao.
and Ben yell at each other.
There's going to be more of that later.
We're going to bed happy. Oh wait, okay, I'm turning this up. I want to hear their reaction. Oh.